Hello?
Nobody cares.
You're right about that. I said, Neil, that there were two reasons why and I said, don't be complacent about that election, but it was, the newspaper's giving the governor credit, but I think that the Herald had a lot to do with it.
No. Herald has no clout.
I disagree with you.
No,
you know what?
Totally
as much
disagree.
as we don't respect it,
they
went on a 10-day crusade.
The Herald lost their clout years ago. The fact is that there is a group of people in Dade County that if anybody named Bush says jump, they'll ask how high. Plus, the biggest problem is the rest of the people didn't bother to vote. You know, you can blame the old Cubans as much as you want, and you'll notice they voted against. They were the only ethnic group that voted against. 56-42, Hispanics against, which is mostly the old Cubans.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, when only 14% bothered to get off their ass and vote, you know, Channel 10 had a poll online last night. 70% said yes for slots and only 30% against. Now, that's Dade and Broward. 70%. The poll we took was like 90% in favor. So the fact is the overwhelming majority of the people in both counties were in favor, but most people sat on their ass. So just like has been going on for years in Dade County, everybody bitches and moans and the old Cubans, this and that, but everybody else sits on their ass and stays home.
Yep.
To me, this is a death knell for Calder to me because, you know, here's Gulfstream just a few blocks away, basically. I mean, just a mile north and a little bit east, and they got it, and Calder does not.
No, here's what's going to happen with Calder, because they won't be able to increase their purses.
Right.
There are a lot of trainers who talked about this last summer. They're not going to stay here. They're going to go to Delaware where there are purses. They won't stay here and race anymore during the summer. Summer racing at Calder is going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
And,
well, maybe Gulfstream will have to wind up being year-round.
I hope not.
I think that's one of the things they had in mind all along, because they're depending on how much the state is going to let them put in there, they're going to build a humongous casino facility with slots in there.
Yeah,
it's going to be
on the Broward side of their property.
Right.
We'll see. Well, it's not over, Neil.
Talk about bad luck, though, man. Calder, just a few blocks south of the county line, and here's Gulfstream, just a few blocks north of the county line. What a difference a few blocks makes.
And when they first started talking about the issue, they were saying that there was a good chance that Dade would have it first, and because of the Broward Commission dragging its feet, that they might have to wait a couple of years for it. But it's just the reverse. And, you know, their only hope is that 2 years from now they can come up for it again and win it this time. But you know what? As long as that newspaper exists, and as long as you've got Armando Cadena and Jeb Bush,
and don't you think that the Spanish language
and Alva
Chapman, we don't understand it, and we don't listen to it. Don't you think the Spanish language Radio Mondi and those were pounding away day after day on this?
Yep, absolutely.
And interestingly, the Cubans, when it was the fascist Batista in there, had all those beautiful casinos that Meyer Lansky was running in Havana. They love casino gambling. So I think maybe if we'd had like dominoes and cockfights in there, that might have put it over the top.
And Superman.
Or maybe Fats Domino, although I hear he's going to be at Gulfstream.
And Superman.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that?
Yeah, I remember Superman. But Joyce will get upset if we get into that in too graphic detail.
Well, that's just, he was on stage when...
Johnny Ola told me about Superman, I remember.
You broke my heart, Fredo.
Yeah.
Not that
Wrong
Superman.
Wrong Superman.
That's what we can talk about.
He did have a cape on.
Well, there's not too much going on here today, except that one microphone's broken and the other one has a mic stand that crashes.
Hey, listen, I got a whole new attitude for you, baby. In fact, it was told to me by Berkeley, or one of our really hotshot sales broads this morning. She had a great line. I even wrote it down because I didn't want to misquote it. Just cash the check.
You told me that years ago.
So, yeah, but this is a new twist on it. In other words, forget about copy, forget about equipment, just cash the check. So everything else, I've got a whole new attitude as of today. I'm drawing the line in the sand. Forget about the ratings, forget about our fine sponsors, forget about copy, forget about microphones that work or don't work. Just cash the check. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. We're set.
Like the sign that we got in our studio there on the wall. It says, just give us the effing money. And that's our philosophy at QAM.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I won't worry about these things that come up or sound
listen,
like
you're going to live a hell of a
air.
lot longer. Plus, I have one other piece of advice for you, which you're not going to listen to me. You're one of the last holdouts living in Dade County. If I were you, a guy that's making your bucks, move to Broward.
I'm close.
Yeah, I know. When you're getting closer, you got to get over the line.
I'm in Aventura. I'm not that far.
Just goes to show you, just a few blocks too far south. Just get a nice place over the line.
You know what? I'm 5 minutes.
Right there next to Gulfstream would be nice.
I'm 5 minutes from Gulfstream.
With all the yentas up there.
I am 5 minutes away.
We're almost old enough to live with the condo commandos now.
I do.
Almost.
Oi!
Shut up, George.
You know what's great, though? Hanging around the building and watching the rented young women come walking into the Alta Cockers upstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
The rented young women?
Yeah. They're being rented by the Alta Cockers upstairs.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe you were talking about the chambermaids.
I thought he was talking about this building.
Oh.
Touche, as we used to say, George. All right. Have a nice
Marlins
show.
baseball, but, I got some bad news. I just looked at the Central Florida radar.
Yeah, the weather's not good.
Oh, don't tell me the game's going to get rained out. Please don't say that.
It's pouring here. I don't know how it is in Jupiter.
Oh, no. And that was another excuse. It rained a little bit yesterday, so that was another good excuse. I hope you people in Dade County are real happy that you're still stuck in the Stone Age, okay? You idiots.
Very upsetting.
They're going to be looking to blame somebody else. They got nobody to blame but themselves. There's over 1 million registered voters in Dade County. 154,000 showed up.
You know, a lot of people called here and want to know if Hialeah was going to be in on a slot thing. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they should have included Hialeah.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Well, at least those people would have come out and voted.
Just for the cockfights. That's all they need over there.
Although their mayor campaigned against it.
Right, that's right. And we know how honest he is.
Yeah, I wonder who got to him.
You better not start up with him again. He'll beat the crap out of you.
He could do that. He's a big man.
Man. I think we ought to, we're working on a book. We could co-author a book.
Yeah.
Only nobody would believe it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And you notice, by the way, one other point that I wanted to make the other day about Barry Jackass. You notice how he's sucking up to the other station now, to 790?
Yeah.
Goes to show Greg Reed really paid off all those years of, only returning Barry's phone calls and not talking to anybody else and giving him all the inside dope. Really paid off for us big time. When the fan went on the air, he put it on the front page of the paper to try to stick it to us. And now that we got this stiff operation over there, it's, they're really faring very well. Last Friday, that article made me want to puke.
The one where he put the disclaimer in, the Herald does have a relationship.
Well, it has nothing to do with this. Do you believe me?
No.
No, we don't, Barry. Go back and eat your bologna sandwich. Pathetic. Nothing will ever change, man. It's the same thing. Faces change, people come and go, but it's the same place.
Well,
so one thing you and I have in common, besides loving to gamble, and by the way, don't lose too much, is that when we go home, we both have to show our passport.
This is true.
Yeah.
Except
that's right.
You're in a country to the north, I'm in a country to the south.
That is correct. I'll keep this one, thank you.
Okay, I'll start looking around, Broward.
Please.
Although I'm only 5 minutes from the slots.
No.
I don't play slot machines. It doesn't matter to me where they are.
You'd go there and give it a shot.
No, honestly.
A degenerate gambler like you, if there's
that's the difference.
If there were 2 leaves falling from a tree, you'd bet which one would hit the ground first.
I might do that, but I would never put money in a slot machine. I
Really?
never have.
Really?
Yeah.
You have never played a slot machine in your life?
Yeah, maybe once I put a quarter in. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You know what? The only time I ever played a slot machine, and this is the truth, Neil, I was waiting for some people to come down. We were going to dinner, and I was sitting by the front door, and I threw a quarter in a slot machine. I swear to you, I have no interest in playing them, none.
Right.
Well, it's not the form of gambling. It's not that kind of form of gambling that interests me.
Yeah.
There's no brain work involved.
That's what you think. That is not correct. I sat 2 machines away from a guy. That was a young couple sat down. They hit $2,000 on the line. They hit 400 on the wheel, and I saw that machine had been dead all morning long. And my machine was like keeping me even. It was keeping me going. And the minute they left, the guy, he said, "You want this one?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot," because as soon as it got hot, I knew it was going to pay. Within 5 minutes, it gave me 1,000 on the wheel and 1,500 on the line, and I was out the door. That was on Sunday.
Like I said, I'm going to go play slots this afternoon.
No, I'm not touting you on it. I'm just telling you that if you use a little common sense, sometimes you can,
not my
pick
thing.
up something.
I'd rather hit the pick 6 somewhere.
There you go.
But not today.
I have enough trouble with a pick 1.
Sloppy track today. I won't be there.
Oh, a sloppy track is great.
I don't want to go lose money today because I've been following your lead, okay?
Yeah.
You say don't lose too much. I'm not there. I won Saturday. I'm keeping my winnings till next Saturday.
By the way, tomorrow's the 10th of March. I just want to remind some of the people there in the building, tomorrow's March 10th. It's payday for most of us. So it's very easy, Berkeley, to say just cash the check. The only problem is getting your hands on it in the first place. Because this outfit still don't like to pay on payday. My last payday, they had my check sitting in an envelope there for 3 extra days just to make sure they could hold on to it for a while.
Yeah.
Till Greg puts the squiggle on it, which means it'll clear the bank.
Greg's not here.
That's what I'm saying. He's on permanent vacation.
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
And with that last trend, if he's smart, he won't come back.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it. I just take the checks, Neil.
There you go. Just cash the check tomorrow, Hank. In fact, you're probably on automatic. I'm
on automatic. I'm on the 5th and the 20th.
Yeah, there you go. It's already in your account, so that's all the more reason to go out and plunge this afternoon.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good slot player. Not slot, slop.
Have a great day.
You too.
Hang on to it.
I'm doing it.
And your money, too.
Yes.
In the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
Ay, Dios mío, esos carros.
Get ready for the sorriest CD you've ever heard. Dan Rather's Sorry Duets.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
Not only does Dan sing a sorry duet with Brenda Lee, he sounds even sorrier with Chicago.
I'm sorry.
Plus, Dan Rather's Sorry Duets features this sorry sing-along with Ruben Studdard.
It's like I missed a shot. It's like I dropped the ball.
I'm sorry.
Order now. And if you're not completely satisfied, Dan Rather will personally say,
I'm sorry.
Oh, look at that. Between Monday and Tuesday, we had 8 hours of smiles on our faces. Dick and Steve at Pompano Park. Thanks for the facts, guys, okay? Don't forget, I want my own machine, $5 Wheel of Fortune machine with my name on it. I might actually spend more time in town, but I doubt it. So there you go, and I have bad vibes, boys and girls, about today's Marlins exhibition game with the Red Sox at Jupiter.
Yeah, why? Because of the rain?
No, if you look at, I just looked at the Central Florida radar. The whole damn state is covered with a. Huh?
It's pitch black outside.
Yeah, the whole state though is covered with that. I mean, you think they're playing up in Jupiter? We might catch a break. I don't know. We're supposed to get out of here at 12:50 today, which is the one great thing we had to look forward to, and don't look too promising.
Oh, I already made a dentist appointment.
Yeah, me too. I got I'm getting drilled.
Right, root canal.
Oh, what's this you just sent me here? Are you really spelling Randy's name on the? Oh. Did we spell Randy? Who cares how we spell it, Jim? Will you get a life? Get a life.
Told Eric to fix it.
Oh, jeez. Almost voted for her, but Phil gets my click with the operative word being did. Anyway, can the early bird voters on your poll get a second vote for free? You vote as many times as you want, Jim, whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. Just like you people in Dade. You want to go back and vote again on the slots thing? Those of you jackasses that stayed home yesterday?
Too late.
Oh, man. Well, it rained a little bit, you know. I think Josh Cordes ought to take part of the blame for, spreading the seeds of complacency.
Hey, I'm a Broward guy.
That's not the point. The point is you're on this show. And we have this vast audience. I've got a lot of listeners in Dade.
Yeah, we got him in Broward.
30, man.
Yeah.
It's Josh's fault.
And you're the one that spread the seeds of complacency there and there. Oh, why bother? Who the hell really care? Yeah, why even bother? I watched that thing last night. Channel 10, by the way, did a fabulous job on their website. They were the only ones. And it started out, and in Dade County, it was 5,000 votes ahead. Yeah, this is half of the precincts in, 5,000 ahead. Then, next time I came up with a new number, it was like 2,000 votes ahead. And I thought, uh-oh. We've seen this before, the same pattern. And then it came up with about three-quarters of the thing, or no, about less than that. And it was only, it was 2,000 behind. And then it was like 6,000 and some behind. It wound up losing by 6,500 votes in Dade County. 14% of the people voted in Dade, and I realized they didn't have all the municipal elections arrested like Broward did, but who comes out for dog catcher, all those silly things?
Right.
So in Broward, it passed 57 to 43%, easy, by over 26,000 votes, and it would have passed by a lot more than that if the people who really cared would have come out and voted, which they did not. I mean, when you look at every poll that we saw, including the Channel 10 poll, shows 70% were in favor of slots in both Dade and Broward, and it loses in Dade because nobody showed up. And I've been saying this for all these years, and you know what? My attitude about that is the same as it is about QAM. I just don't care. Do whatever you want. Don't bring me any copy. Just like Berkeley says, just give us just cash the check. She made it official today. Not that she's in any position to make it official, but she put her imprimatur on it, whatever that means. She put her rubber stamp on it. And then her line about our new sales manager, Sluggo, he doesn't come around because he's afraid of you. Isn't that great? Where have we heard that before? This is our sales manager. He doesn't communicate. Well, guess what, Sluggo? Don't even bother coming back in because I don't care anymore. You can leave the same copy on now for the next 4 years, and you probably will. I don't really care. And it's the same with Dade County. I've been telling you this for as long as I can remember. All those Cuban politicians. Well, that's because nobody else runs and nobody else shows up to vote. They're the old Cubans are the ones you can bet your life on it. They're going to show up to vote come rain or hail or snow or tornadoes or tsunamis. They're going to show up. It's like a religion of them. And if Bush, anybody named Bush, if it would have been Noelle Bush in between doing lines, if she would have said, go out there and vote against it, it's bad, it's evil, there's, oh, yeah, sí, mamacita, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know it.
Of course.
Bush. And when Hank gives the Herald credit for this, I know that they ran a hysterical... And nobody pays any attention to them anymore. They lost their clout years ago. You can thank Jeb Bush. Bush was the one who came in there and screwed Dade County again, stabbed him right in the back.
I understand he was getting on Spanish language radio because, he is fluent.
Of course.
So
he's got a little in him now. Yeah, rubbed off on him. And so as a result, Flagler gets screwed, Miami Highlight gets screwed, and Calder gets screwed. And the people in the schools are going to get screwed. That's almost half. That's 3 out of the 7 facilities that aren't going to be running it right away. Because you're a pious governor. And, of course, he's anti-public education anyway, so it fits right in with his devious plan to subvert the will of the electorate
Part of the agenda.
They're your fat-ass governor. Booch. And same thing with a presidential election. It's as dependable as the weather in Peoria, man. There's no mistake about it. Boy, look at it. It's 10:13 already. We're moving along here. We're supposed to get out here at 12:50 today. I say we get out at 12:50 anyway. Let them worry about it.
Right.
What else we got on? No Mo today. Wouldn't that be something if the game got rained out, we had to bring Mo in?
That's a good idea.
Huh?
That's a great idea.
Bring in Mo at 12:50. That's what I say. My good close.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil God.
We need a new pope, one that ain't so sick. A pope who says it's wrong to show altar boys your candlestick. We need a new pope, one who thinks it won't hurt, that if you dress, go all the way with clear pumps and a mini skirt. A pope who hates Mel Gibson but wants to have Mel's wife. A pope who likes to party and encourage a good time with jelly shots instead of wine. We need a new pope.
Yes.
One that isn't half dead. And one who wears a fedora instead of a birthday hat on his head. We need a new pope. One who's really straight and wants a sharper car to drive when he goes out on a date. A pope that makes it happen, a pope that's really cool, a pope that says religion is the opiate of fools, and a pope that doesn't drool.
20 past 10, the toothless old exilios continue ruling in Dade County. It's very sad. Dan Rather's last newscast on CBS tonight, which I'm sure they'll be very excited about, because after all, we know when they think of Dan, Comunista, the same old tired crap that's been dragging South Florida down, turning Dade County into an outdoor toilet for all these last many, many years. Very sad. Tragic, as a matter of fact. So here's the deal. Hollywood Greyhound Track, Dania High Life, Pompano Park, and Gulfstream Park could begin adding slots as early as July 1st. But, of course, the state legislature has to do now the enabling legislation and decide how many machines are going to... How many machines do you think they'll let them have?
About 30, man.
Total. Right. Oh, yeah, in all 4 places, of course. Like about 7.5 apiece. And then it says that proponents will... see, that's still from the bacon again. Proponents will likely ask Dade County voters in 2 years to reconsider, while the opponents, those good Bible-thumping Yahoo holier-than-thou, are considering seeking a statewide referendum next year to repeal slots, which, of course, talk about a waste of time and money. Anyway, precinct samples from Dade showed that whites voted in favor of slots 55 to 45, blacks voted 56 to 44 in Dade County, but Hispanics were the deciding factor, as usual. The old, toothless crowd, the exilios. Elianito! They voted no, 56 to 42%, which doesn't add up to 100, but somewhere in there, who knows what the rest were doing. They were like, I don't know, playing dominoes. How do you like that? So it's the same old crap, and like I said, you can blame those people, or you can look in the mirror and blame yourselves because most of you didn't vote. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's nice getting notes and stuff, and thanks for your help in Broward and so on. I'll take some of the credit for that a little bit, although it should have passed by a much, much healthier margin in Broward. But, 26,000 votes isn't too bad. But we sure don't have any clout in Dade County. And you want to know why?
Why?
Because this show, we have nothing in common with Dade County. We have no interest in Dade County. I don't live there. You don't live there. Josh doesn't live there. I still say that if there was a way for us to retool our signal No, because we have a lot of trouble being heard inside buildings and near power wires in the car and all that. If we could push the whole signal north into Broward and Palm Beach, we'd be doing a hell of a lot more service because Dade County is like alien to us, at least to me. I mean, no speaking the right language, and it's just the whole thing is very, very sad, and it's never going to change. It's like QAM. It's never going to change. That's why I just gave up today. I'm just totally give up.
Good.
Yeah, cave in. Just take the check
About
to the bank
time.
and screw everything else.
Long
Quit
time
making
coming.
trouble. Because there's no point. All it does is shorten your life. Stress kills,
That's
especially
right.
when you're diabetic. And the same with Dade County. We can sit here and rail about the Herald and about Mayor this one and that one. The fact of the matter is that's what the people there want. They want it to be an outdoor funeral parlor. They're living in a dream world. They got 1 foot in the ocean there waiting to cross back to Cuba again, which is never going to happen. Although, quite frankly, those old exilios that voted against this thing yesterday, we'd be more than happy to find some leaky banana boats and put your asses on and send you back where you came from. Because, quite frankly, South Florida would be a hell of a lot better place without the cancer that you've created on Dade County. And that's exactly what you've done. You have created a cancer in the community. Here is something that would have brought in thousands of jobs. You can argue about how many dollars, but certainly a significant amount of dollars for public education. And given people someplace to go, and brought a lot of tourists back in who wouldn't be going on the cruise ships and going over to the Bahamas. I mean, the positives outweighed the negatives by a zillion to none.
Yeah, but what about the
and
casinos?
don't confuse these people ever with the facts. It's always, well, Jeb Bush said this and Bush that and Radio Mambi said, and therefore, like a bunch of sheep, like a bunch of lemmings, they dutifully go out there and bada beep, bada boo, and the same old tired crap. So my recommendation to anybody living and breathing, because let's face it, 44% of the people in Dade County, what was it? 48% voted for it. So that's almost half. So just like I told the Humper this morning, move to Broward, move to Palm Beach, get out of there already. Let Dade County just hand it over, okay? It's been a bloodless coup anyway for the last 45 years now. Just hand it over. Here you go. It's a festering sewer of corruption and crap. You have it. We're going to go live somewhere where we have like a little voice. So I take back what I said yesterday, that didn't about South Florida. See, I think it's really Broward and Palm Beach counties because more and more people are moving like to Boca and places in Palm Beach, Delray Beach. It's Broward and Palm Beach. Don't include Dade County when you talk about South Florida versus the rest of the state because it's the same redneck mentality, just spoken with a different language. You know what I mean? You've talked about that a million times.
The Spicks and the Hicks have more in
right,
common than
Spicks and Hicks,
either one
that's
of them
Dade
want to
County.
admit. Right.
So there you go. WQAM Election Central, hello. See, there's our first call. It was a good one. You could hear him snapping his gum. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, man?
Okay, man.
Good. Hey, white, Hispanic, who voted yes yesterday.
Yeah.
And
Get
I
out before
understand.
it's too late, man. Get out. They're going to come and get your ass.
But see, what I don't understand is why these old Julios voted against it. If you go down there to the Miccosukee and the Seminole one, and that's all you see are the old Julios.
Yeah, because Bush told them. Bush.
Yeah, but they're against it, but they still go and patronize these other facilities.
Well, maybe they're like the Indians, you know. It's part of the family.
Oh, well. All right, Neil. Take
Good
it
luck to you,
easy.
Pally. I'll see you at the Broward line, man.
I
One of
sure
these
will.
days. Okay. I didn't do any of our stuff yet, you know, and we better hurry because we got a baseball game. I would say the chances of that game being played today on a scale of 0 are minus infinity.
Don't say that.
Huh?
Don't go
I'm hoping I'm wrong on that.
Right. Always look on the bright.
Right. I'm looking at that radar, and the whole state looks like it's covered by a tsunami now. It's not just, the usual light greens and medium greens. It's like yellow, like that, like a wild, hysterical rainstorm. Well, our final tally yesterday, Sally, we had 1,686 votes. How did you or will you vote on the slot machine referendum? Yes, 925. No, 110. So, in other words, about 90%. Can't vote 307. Don't give a Schmidt 259. Won't vote 85. See, in that 85, that 5% in Dade County, that could have made a big difference. Could have made a huge difference if you got off your ass and gone out there. But you didn't do it, did you? Did you do it? No. You took the Josh Cordes way out, the easy way out, lazy, shiftless. And now you're going to have to drive to Broward to go, plunge your guts out. Too bad. Here's today's pool. By the way, we got Angelina Jolie. Brad Pitt will introduce you to Angelina. We're not going to give you no background. If you don't know who she is, then you're probably a screaming fag. Angelina Jolie's on there, naked with her tattoo even, the whole deal. There it is. There she is, all her splinter. Here's the poll today. What talk host Neil has worked with, other than QAM, did you like the best? Other than QAM. Rick Riley. Well, let's see what we got on there. We got votes already because we put it up around 9. Would have put it up earlier, but Eric was, again, having issues. Phil Henry, 76. Suds Coleman, 48. Randy Rhodes, 29. We apologize for the bad spelling. We straightened it out. Never listened to Neil before QM, 24. That's almost 10%. 7 years plus, and we've built this vast audience of new QM listeners, almost 10%. Wow! Isn't that exciting or what, huh?
Growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, by the ones. None of the above 23. They don't like anybody. Mike Ranieri, 18. Rick Riley, 12. Bill Calder, 11. Brooke Daniels, 5. Brooke Daniels had 5. I put that was like a gag. That was a joke.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gagging on it. Joey Reynolds, 2. So the guy with the eyes voted twice. Alice Rantel, 2. Alex Bennett, 1. Jerry Wishner, 1. Craig Worthing, 1. Chris Baker and Jerry Williams have the big... they have none. By the way, Jerry Williams is still sleeps with the fishes.
Jumped in a taxi cab, I said, driver, Central Park. He looked at me so quizzically, I could tell he was in the dark. So I acted out my park charade, and with my arms the trees I made. Nobody speaks English anymore.
Absolutely.
I went down to Miami Beach where the weather is nice and sunny. I walked into a liquor store, but the guy there talks real funny. I asked him for a pint of old Jim Beam. He says, "No entiendo." What does that mean? Nobody speaks English anymore. At the corner deli. Hell, I think I'm in Pakistan. Speak English, smelly. Or you can go back to Iran. I came here many years ago. Learned my ABCs. I don't say muchas gracias. I say pretty please. So get yourself to a classroom quick. You're in America now. Stop making me sick. Nobody speaks English anymore.
10:33, 27 before 11 in Broward and Palm Beach counties. We are not recognizing Dade no more. We're just, I've had it. I'm just tired of it. For almost 30 years now. 29 long years, nearly.
About 30, man.
Almost 30. Been fighting a good fight, and it's just, there's no point. All that crap about the assimilation process, and people are going to get with it. What a bunch of phony hypocrites, man. It's okay to be sitting down there playing dominoes in Domino Park, or to be going to the illegal cockfights in Hialeah and Sweetwater. That's okay. But the fact that we might actually derive some revenue and some something good in South Florida, we don't want that, because Boots said it's bad. Boots said it's bad. Hilario Mambi said it's bad.
Well, he wouldn't lie.
Oh, no, not Governor Bush, not our fat-ass governor, with his coke-snorting daughter, and his smuggling wife, and his psychotic sons. 5670568. Like I said, there's no sense in getting excited. It's never going to change. It's the same thing. I mean, once upon a time, there was like a little glimmer, like just maybe we're starting to make a little bit of progress, but we have no impact, no clout in Dade County. Might as well forget about it. It's a damn good thing we're that close to the county line. And like Hank says, he's in Aventura. He's like a stone's throw from the county line. So if you're not going to, move all the way to Broward, at least get close so that when it comes time for the exodus, the mass exodus, you'll be close enough to make it before they shut the gates.
Just one toke over the line?
One toke over the line is a good idea. WQAM, hello. Good one. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Cuban Julio that voted in favor of prostitution yesterday.
Yeah.
But, I wasn't surprised. It's like you said, we can cry and bitch, but those old Cubans go out and vote, and a lot of us stay on our ass. And we know they're going to do it, and we still stay on our ass.
That is right.
So, both my kids go to public schools, so I figured, look, any chance of getting any money for the schools is worth a shot, because
that's
it's
correct.
Such terrible shape.
I think the way to look at it is what's not to like,
Yeah, give it a shot, but, And let me tell you one more thing. Now that you mentioned Phil, about 6 or 7 months ago, I had him on. And,
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. And, he's become like Rush Jr. And
we know that. He's a total sellout.
Yeah. He was talking about the Middle East and, ripping into him. And some guy calls, and you can tell, he's like somewhere from the Middle East. And he tells Phil, Phil, you're generalizing. You're grouping us all as terrorists. That's not right. And Phil tells the guy, well, sir, where are you from originally? He goes, well, I'm from Iran originally. He goes, but, I went to school here. I'm an American citizen, and I love America. And Phil goes, well, then I care about you. And then, get ready for this. He says this on the air. He goes, sir, I don't care if we kill every single Iraqi.
Really?
I'm saying, and not that I heard it. I heard him say it. No one told me about it. So I'm like, how can you say that, even if you're thinking it on the air? I was just blown away.
Okay.
believable.
Amen.
And in closing, Neil,
567. Well, somebody's got to say it because we know that Mo doesn't say it. I heard Mo at the beginning of his show yesterday going into this ranting and raving about, the gorilla that precedes us, we don't want, every day we're going to start out talking about anything except sports. That's a good idea because sports talk, quite frankly, is boring as hell. That's one thing you're right about, Mo. Sports talk is terminal, which is why, when you got Hank and Mad Dog, you got the big name personalities and Little Dog over there in the other place who's got certain sponsors up his ass, by the way. I think Joe's going to have to see the proctologist pretty soon because between that air conditioning guy and the other one, the mortgage guy, between those two, we've got them so far up his ass, they're coming out of his earlobes. You know that? That's what I was told by our sales department this morning. By the way, the air conditioning guy that they were talking about, I've used him in my home for 10 years, but never again. Switching to some new people now. I mean, that's the way it goes. You smear my hand and I'll smear you a little bit. Maybe on the neck, maybe on the earlobe.
Smear the queer?
Yeah, smear the queer. That's what we're playing. Smear the queer. Very good. Line 9, that's your boyfriend. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, pal?
Okay, what a surprise.
I just wanted to congratulate you on 29 years of just an awesome job.
Yeah, frustration, right.
Yeah, I hear you. I also want to let you know on your curtain yesterday, I don't know if you guys are aware, you had about 29 different pictures on there.
29 different pictures of what?
Of naked girls, of all the girls that you've had in the past.
He found the back door by accident. Nice job.
Oh, yeah, you gave me in the back door, he said.
Oh, I don't know how well.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to go into it. We don't want to go into it too deeply, okay? So we'll stop you right there and have a great day. Well, I don't know where he's going with that, but I think I have a pretty good idea.
Hopefully right back out the back door.
Yeah, exactly. Go right out the exit sign. Or like Berkeley says, just cash the effing check. What a simpleton bitch, man.
No,
she
what are you
is
talking
just.
about? She had her finger on it.
Yeah, she had her finger on it, all right. That's what Troy said.
Roy!
Yeah. By the way, Troy begged me to tell that story about him and Screw Ann was that at the Christmas party? When was that?
Oh, one of those parties. Who knows?
One of those QAM parties when there were stories going on. There were all kinds of stories on the street, just like...
yeah, I heard that story.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. She ain't no band leader.
That's not what I heard.
What talk host Neil has worked with other than at QAM did you like the best? Over the years, over all these 29 years, 320 votes so far. Look who don't have any, Chris Baker. Chris Baker don't have any.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Speaking of which, how could you forget Stan Major?
Stan Major.
Thank you, Brian.
Let's get Stan Major on there right away. Phil Henry, 104. Suds Coleman, 60. Randy Rhodes, 35. How's Randy doing?
Broward!
Never listened to Neil before, QM, 34, almost 11%. We have built a huge audience on this station. You believe it?
No.
Me neither. None of the above 26. Mike Ranieri, 20. Bill Calder, 12. Rick Riley, 12. Everybody else is in a single digit mode.
Neil Rogers, exclusive.
Everybody else got a small one.
560 QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
Stan Major, now on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD. If you missed the last show, you missed this.
Well, then what the hell is your problem? Kane is in New York, fella.
When he would do a show, I don't want Kane back. I just told you that. But
Well, then who do you want? Who do you want? You want Alan Burke?
No, of course not. I think
You want Joey Reynolds?
Of course not.
Then what the hell do you want on the air? Silence?
I mean, is that all we have to choose
What do you...
from?
Give me a name.
But is that all we
Who do you want?
Is that all we have
What
to choose
kind of content do you want during 2 to 6?
Hear the next Stan Major show this afternoon at 2 on News Talk Radio 610 WIOD.
Yeah, obviously not you, Stan. That's what they want. 10:43, 17 before 11 o'clock. The one good thing about the rain, I'm becoming very Doppler radar intensive right now.
Okay.
There's a huge blob that's covering almost the entire state. It's moving like lightning, man. It is smoking.
Good.
It is smoking across the state. So if they have the field covered up there in Jupiter, we might just get that baseball game in. Red Sox and the Marlins at the 12:50 pregame, game time 105. Mad Dog follows the baseball game, and we pray. See, I'll tell you why that big blob is all over the state. Because the Lord is really pissed off and fired up about the people in Dade County and about their stupidity, about sticking it to their kids again and taking away money for public education. The Lord is really pissed off and fired up about it, okay? Because he knows that Jeb Bush and the whole Bush family are a bunch of phony, baloney hypocrites who are a bunch of coke-snorting drunks. But nevertheless, I'm telling you, that's why it's going on. You believe me?
I do.
Here's the facts. It says, I'm a lifetime Dade County resident. I've never thought about moving before, but I'm out of this third world country now. I bet if this vote had something to do with their beloved baseball, these Julio bastards would have voted yes. And by the way, that whole baseball thing is phony baloney also.
Sure.
Every time we've had any kind of a sports thing, the Cubans love their baseball, and they don't show up. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. If they build that stadium by the Orange Bowl, if they snooker the state into putting that money up, and they build a stadium for the Marlins by the Orange Bowl, you wait and see who's going to show up there, huh?
It's an unwarranted stereotype.
And it says, by the way, I'm one of the 47% that voted yes. Well, the good news is it was 48%, so we're not like painting Dade with a broad brush. It's just a toilet, that's all, and better get out. We're not like condemning everybody in Dade, just the 48% who are unfortunate enough to be stuck there and obviously can't get out. P.S. I know it's not a building pool, but, well, no, we could add a couple names on there. We're not looking for that, but the Bird certainly qualifies to be on there, even though George will be very upset about that. The Bird.
Why would you say that?
Huh? And if we could put the Bird on there, what about Dave Caprita?
Of course. Wait, oh, that's right.
What?
No, nothing. I forgot how far back you were going. That's right. Good old Dave.
Well, what do you mean how far back I was going? It says...
Just because I only have a memory of IOD, you have to understand. I forgot all about Zeta.
Who the hell cares about IOD anyway, you know? Oh, geez. Well, I'm not going to read this thing about the Seaman case.
It's for you, no.
A lawyer for a former dentist accused of... Oh, no, I'm not reading that story. I don't care if it is a news story. That is disgusting.
About sailors.
Man. Here comes my bacon. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I thought it was something about the Royal Navy, about the seamen, but it's not that kind of... Oh, don't send me no more stories like that. Don't ever give an order like that again. Jesus, that is just... Even for this show, that's too grotesque. I mean, that is just over the top, so to speak.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, over the top of the bottom teeth. The State Department warned U.S. travelers yesterday to be extra watchful for terrorism and anti-American violence abroad.
Oh, my God.
Watch out for abroad, eh? The Department of State is deeply concerned about the continued threat of terrorist attacks against U.S. citizens of interest abroad, as well as the potential for demonstrations and violent actions against U.S. citizens of interest overseas, the warning said. By the way, thank you for those low gas prices, Mr. President, and for the American people being loved all over the world. U.S. citizens are reminded that demonstrations and rioting can occur at any time, on a moment's notice. That's why I'm very Canadian, eh? The updated warning says future al-Qaeda attacks could involve non-conventional weapons such as chemical or biological agents, as well as explosives. Terrorist acts may include, but are not limited to, assassinations, hijackings, bombings, or kidnappings, the department said. U.S. citizens are encouraged to maintain a high level of vigilance and take appropriate steps to increase their security awareness.
Oh, my God.
Not that we want to make anybody panicky or anything like that. The old thing again, keep them scared, keep them panicky. One more. The short warning updates a similar warning issue last fall expires in September in 2000. The warning expires into like a drug, like a medication.
Right.
It expires in September 2004. It gave no source for assertions about al-Qaeda or any other terrorist capabilities. Oh. It says, while Americans are generally not the targets of such incidents, U.S. citizens could be caught up in the violence of the war, or not, as the case may be. And this warning expires September 5. Mark it down.
Good.
That is just so juicy and so perfect, man.
Is that like Love Day when we'll all be loved?
Right. Now, it's going to be the Love Parade in Berlin. We're all going to Berlin for some of them bratwurst. By the way, whatever happened with that bratwurst guy? Well, now, which is that sales guy that you would give me a song and then? Not that I care, you understand, because I've given up caring.
Billy.
But what was his name?
Billy.
No, not Billy.
It was
Mike or Mark or...
You got him crossed with something else.
Oh, I see. So Billy was the one with the bratwurst guy?
Correct.
And what happened with that? Where did Billy maybe Billy's not there anymore.
No, he's around. I see him around.
He's around?
On top.
5670560. Let's rehash yesterday's, we got the good news in Broward. Let's hear it.
Broward!
Nice going, even though it was pretty weak. Should have been much more overwhelming than that, but that's still pretty heavy duty, 57 to 43%. That's a landslide by any measure of anybody's evaluation, right?
Right.
And so Gulfstream and Pompano Park and the Hollywood Greyhound track, and who am I leaving out? Who's the fourth one? And Dania Highlight.
Mm-hmm.
They will benefit greatly. And as a result, Dade County will have to wait a couple of years to put it on there again, and they're just sucking wind. As usual, they're just a day late and many dollars short. Because Dade County continues sucking up to the wrong people. All those corrupt Julio politicians and the Bush family. Anybody who's a good crook, man, they love it in Dade County. Whether it's Joe Carroyo or Raul, what's his name? In Hialeah.
Martinez?
Raul Martinez. Any crook, they love him in Dade County. And that's what it's all about. Of course, they loved all the crooks in Cuba, too, so why should it be any different on the mainland? WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
Good.
All right. Congratulations on another great year of radio. And what was the result of the vote? I've been on the Iraq today.
What vote?
I just tuned in.
Broward County passed it 57-43, overwhelming, and Dade County beat it 52-48. Lost in Dade by 6,500 votes because everybody stayed home.
All right, sounds good.
And all the what?
Sounds great.
Sounds great?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I kind of opposed it, but...
And why is that?
Well, I kind of bought into the fear tactic.
Based on what?
Well, the whole...
Fear of what? Fear of a good time? Fear of jobs? Fear of money coming in? Fear of what?
Just a crime. I don't know.
Crime where? What crime? What are we talking about? What kind of crime takes place at the racetrack?
Well, that's true.
So what crime are we talking about?
I don't know. It's just a fear tactic, about...
Well, are you making an announcement to the public that you're an idiot and you're just susceptible to any time somebody starts screaming, panic, you get all panicky?
Well, I'm known for it sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for your honesty anyway. That was great. Oh, it's the Panic Man. That was beautiful. At least he's honest anyway, okay? All that crime. Oh, my God. When you go to Gulf Street, the only crime is all those old people opening up the racing form, leaning over like 10 seconds of the post time. They're putting the last couple of horses in the gate, and they're leaning over. You're like two people behind them, praying you're going to get your bet in, and they're like handicapping at the window, slouched over the... Well, let's see. I'll have the 1 over the 4, 5, 8. No, I don't think that, And then the bell rings, and they're off, and a horse you won 6-1 shot wins by 5, and you get no bet down. That's a crime. Oh, I mean, so many stupid people in so little time, He bought into the fear,
Yeah.
Because he's stupid, and he admits it, though. Give him some points for that. Here's a fax from Gene Rogers, one of our very chronic faxers. Tried calling several times this morning. Guess those folks from Broward can't call a Miami number anymore. Whatever. I don't know. What does that mean? These aren't Miami numbers. First, happy anniversary. Second, the reason the old Cubans didn't vote for the slots because it would take away from their cockfighting business. I think I mentioned that. Third, I'm surprised the government doesn't make the gas pump slot machines the way the prices are going. They need more money for Iraq. Last, who are those naked old folks on your website? Those are the Supreme Court justices, a little bit doctored up. Okay, get with it. He's a little bit in the behind the time. How's that radar coming? Every break I'm going to check that because we are praying for baseball. We love the Marlins in the daytime, right?
That's right. A lot.
Because I already had a sign on the door for the maid, come back after 1. It's usually after 2.
That's right.
On
We all
Wednesdays.
have plans.
Yeah, I have plans like going to lunch early and getting the hell out of here. Maybe even going over to Woodbine and see if I can get robbed and raped and murdered. Although, what?
On a good day, you can get all 3.
I mean, seriously, what crime is this man talking about?
That's
How is it possible to be so stupid?
Crime.
To be so stupid. Yeah, crime.
That's crime.
Yeah, not any specific crime, just crime.
Right, criminals, crime, mafia, crime.
Oh. It's so pathetic that it just makes me hurt. It makes me ache all over my body. It makes me weak, limp. WQAM Crime Central, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
The amazing thing about Dade County is that all those little bars in Little Havana, all those places have illegal gaming machines in them already.
Oh, my God.
and someone else, this guy regarding crime, people I talked to yesterday in Dade County, they were actually saying the same thing. It's really...
Like this last bozo that...
Yeah, it's really frickin' believable. They want crime. There's more crime on the cruise ships than there is in the streets.
Yeah, I don't read about anybody getting raped at the track, but on the cruise ships, I read about guys, girlfriends, and wives, and both getting raped all the time.
Right. Give this another reason to get out of Dade County, Neil.
Amen.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we love Broward and Palm Beach, baby. And Dade County, all I can say is we sympathize with you because it's obviously not our crowd. Don't blame us. We had 90% of our people on the poll yesterday. Out of 1,000, out of whatever. I mean, the ones who actually voted yes or no. We had over 1,000. And over 900 of them said they voted yes, and only 100 and some odd no. So don't blame our crowd. Our crowd speak it English. How do you like that? All you toothless old coots, geeks. Man, it is. If they could get whipped up for something positive for the community as much as they do negative, like all that alien crap. Alien, blah, 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 blah. Well, whipped up into a hysterical frenzy, foaming at the mouth, burning tires in the streets, having demonstrations, blocking off the MacArthur Causeway, doing all kind of destructive crap, making us the laughing stock of the world again over a damn child custody case. Because every time the Spanish language media starts fanning the flames again, all you got to do is whisper in their ear, bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, and right away they just less like the flamingos at Hialeah. Just blow the whistle and they start marching and goose-stepping. So, the idea that all this assimilation bullcrap. Dade County is never going to change. It is never, ever going to change. I don't care if it's 50 years from now, if we went into a coma, if they froze us like Ted Williams' head, and 300 years from now we came back, it would still be the same bullcrap in Dade County, and they'd still be screaming about who's going to speak any English here, and the same old tired crap, and how's Alien doing, and how's this Happy Meal, is that thing growing anymore? Jesus, K-effing Christ. Were all of those okay in there? I threw a few extra ones in.
Yeah, no, they were okay.
Oh, I like these smart-ass answers we got yesterday, but only the last one's worth reading.
Yeah, I know.
These are cute. Teacher, smart-ass answer of the year. A college teacher reminds her class of tomorrow's final exam. Now, class, I won't tolerate any excuses for you not being here tomorrow. I might consider a nuclear attack or a serious personal injury or illness or a death in your immediate family, but that's it. No other excuses whatsoever. A smart-ass guy in the back of the room raised his hand and asks, what would you say if tomorrow I said I was suffering from complete and utter sexual exhaustion? The entire class does its best to stifle their laughter and snickering. When silence is restored, the teacher smiles knowingly at the student, shakes her head and sweetly says, well, I guess you'd have to write the exam with your other hand. That's cute. Yeah, well, kind of like, that kind of cute. Not fall down on the floor laughing, peeing in your pants cute, but cutesy, you know. Yeah, cutesy. Like, what's her name? Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
Cutesy, in spite of what Josh Corder says. Man, it doesn't vote on election day, man. What a piece of turd didn't vote in yesterday's election. Ask me if I voted.
People like him.
That's right. Ask me if I voted.
Did you vote?
No, but they didn't need my vote because I live in Broward in the same
neither,
so I just got through saying that if you just calm down. I just got you off the hook for old time's sake. Broward passed easy, man. 26,000 plus votes. Plenty to spare. It's you bastards in Dade County that sit on your ass and bitch and moan about the Cubans and this one and the Schwarzers and the Jews and everybody else. And in the meantime, you're sitting there like a bump on a log, like a dead man or woman in a suit, in a burlap sack, which is where a lot of you belong. You'd be doing a much better public service. Just end it all, man. Just go to the nearest overpass or the underpass and take a yump. That's it. We'll see you. 10:57 at 560 WQAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
Once you manage to balance yourself on heels, then you look like a proper lady. Oh, and remember to gap the top.
Tough way the fire.
Hiya, pal. Hold up.
Frank, now, what's the meaning of this? Can't you see I'm not busy?
It's Boca. He said a word, and I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to...
What word?
He said
Todger. Todger? What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right. Just calm down. Now, I'll call Joyce and get to the bottom of all of it. Oh, Dove.
Yes?
Do you have a quarter?
For what?
It's a pay cell phone.
Sure, here.
Hello, Joyce. Now, look, we have a word that Boca said. We don't know what it means. It's Todger. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay.
What did she say?
Well, she doesn't know either. But we'll stall payment on Boca's invoice another 2 months, just for good measure.
Oh, that's a relief.
Now get up on my desk and pretend you're a chicken again. Oh, I love that.
Hey. 11:03 at QAM. So I looked at the radar and it didn't look too promising, I'll tell you that. Some big slimy green ones coming right toward the coast. Some big slimy greenies, man, coming right to the Florida East Coast. Sun is shining here, man. It's brilliant looking outside. Beautiful.
Well, quick, let's move the game.
Yeah, let's play it up here at the Sky Dome. At least they can get inside where they'll be warm and safe without all that crime. And it's -9 Celsius. What's not to like about that, right? All the way up to -6 this afternoon.
Ooh,
I think that sounds like a good day for Woodbine, for like losing your ass. 567-0560. Come on, let's hear from some of your old Cubans out there. Come on, let's go. Now, that guy that called before, he didn't vote, but he was going to vote against it.
Right.
The one that just crawled out from under the rock.
Crime.
Why not send him to Iraq? That sounds like a winner to me.
Okay.
567-0560. All you people that get led around by Jeb Bush, man, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves by that fat-ass phony with that smuggling wife and his psychotic kids and his coke-snorting daughter. Just the kind of upstanding family that I'm sure everybody would love to have. WQAM, hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Am I on the air?
Yes, ma'am. It sounds just like you.
Okay, is this Neil?
Yes, it sounds just like me.
Let me tell you, I am punished every time I get in the car with my husband and he makes me listen to you.
Oh,
I can't stand the way you talk about the Cubans. The Cubans made Miami.
Yeah,
Miami
what it
was
is
a
today.
creepy town when I came here 45 years ago, and Miami was made by the Cubans who made a name for themselves in the first generation. I don't know what's the matter with you, but let me tell you, I'm really, really punished to have to listen to you.
You're punished. Well, maybe your husband hates you like maybe your husband hates you like poison.
My husband what?
Hates you like poison if he's punishing
No,
you.
my husband doesn't hate me. My husband loves me.
Then why is
But
he listening to?
but
Why has he got this cranked up in the
taste.
radio right now? He must be doing it to punish you because he knows that you hate
No,
it.
he has terrible taste. That's his problem.
Your husband is well. As far as women, I would agree with that.
Terrible taste is what he has.
Now, did you vote yesterday? Oh, click. There she goes. She
damn
wouldn't
it.
answer the question. She's one of those exilios that voted no, and her husband knows that she's a nasty bitch.
She didn't
just,
know it.
Just the hell she didn't. Are you kidding me? She probably voted about 5 times. Just reach over and turn the radio, okay?
She could speak English.
Yeah, well, she probably don't want to let it out. She's very upset, and she's being forced at gunpoint to listen to the show. I understand, lady. I understand you hate the show. It's just that you're being coerced. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
And by the way, we'll pack you an extra medianoche on your way back. Yes, sir.
How can I top that? I want to buy Jeb Bush a cup of coffee because he closed the deal on Dade County.
That's right. Only closers get coffees
And
for
only
closers.
closers get coffee.
Right.
And now I feel safe in Dade County because all the rapists and all the crime is going to move to Broward, and we're going to be crime-free here in Dade
That
County.
is correct. You bet.
All right, Neil. Take care.
Thanks. That'll solve that stat we had the other day about Miami being number 3 in
That's
crime in the
right.
entire country, 3rd worst.
Broward will be like a crime sink.
I'll tell you, there was a crime in Dade yesterday with that election. That was a crime. That was criminal. And that bitch that just called us a couple of calls back, no wonder your husband hates you like poison and probably has her tied up, he probably got a hold of the phone to the side of her head. He's probably got her tied up and bound. Yeah. Nice going, Pally. Don't let her out. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing?
Great.
Hey, it's pouring down here in Homestead.
Oh, God.
Number one. Number two, see if you can trace that call, get that lady, and give her a present, give her some kind of prize. Never have I heard more truer words. The Cubans made Miami.
What it is today, that's right.
Exactly.
I'll tell you.
And they made their name from themselves, but we can't say it over the air.
Oh, no. I think it began with an M and ends A.
Mama?
The woman who accused Bill Cosby of sexually molesting her has filed a civil lawsuit against the entertainer. The woman, Andrea Constan, filed a lawsuit with the U.S. District Court in Philadelphia yesterday. The lawsuit includes 5 counts of alleging battery, assault, infliction of emotional distress, defamation, and invasion of privacy. Last month, prosecutors in Montgomery County declined to bring criminal charges against the 67-year-old entertainer, saying they found insufficient evidence to support the woman's claims. The civil complaint alleges that Cosby gave Constan 3 blue pills when she told him she was stressed out, saying they were an herbal remedy. Lawyers for the woman, a former Temple University employee who now lives in her native Canada, right down the road, say they now believe the pills were some form of narcotic. She lives like in, where was it? Not Oshawa, like somewhere in some suburb of Toronto. The complaint alleges that Cosby rubbed the woman's breast and genital areas and digitally penetrated her, meaning, this is from the ABC, this is unbelievable.
Wow.
This is from the ABC website, okay, ABC News?
Analog is worse, though.
And digitally penetrated her, meaning with his finger. I thought it meant with his digit.
Widget?
The lawsuit also alleges that Cosby called the woman and her mother at least 4 times after the alleged incident and apologized and offered the woman money. I wonder if he offered in Canadian or U.S. currency, Meaning, it actually says there right on that page, meaning with his finger.
Well, you vocabulary challenge.
Like that. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil. Tell that old Cuban bad lady that you'd have 900 of her more mighty and lethal friends coming down to Miami, all those criminals to letting go, Supreme Court let go. So she'll have more company to make Miami what it is. Thank you, Neil.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you? Hey, listen, I heard Jeb on the phone the other day with, I think it was Footy, and he was talking about the moral issue of...
Wait a minute. Footy put him on the air?
Yeah, he was on the air. And not only that, he's calling him Jeb, give him this nonsense like he knows him.
Oh, my
at
God.
Any rate,
what a
at any
jackass
rate,
that Footy is, man.
He is. And the fact is that
No wonder
he's
even
talking
Bill
about...
Tanner turned him down.
He's talking about how the families are going to suffer because the guys are out there addicted to gambling and stuff, and he's going to, they're going to go out and spend all their money at the gambling, and they're not going to have responsibility for their families and this kind of crap. I just can't believe it. Well, that's just where we are here, I guess.
Thank God we don't have a lottery, man. Thank God that people aren't spending their lunch money on those bogus lotto tickets. The dumbest bet in the history of mankind.
Not that I don't love you, but stay in Canada, man.
Okay, I will.
All right, see ya.
Yes.
Bye.
I will. Oh, I come back every now and then. I touch my foot down on soil just to keep it legal, for a few days here and there. You can stay here 180 consecutive days without coming back, without leaving.
Mm-hmm. I'm writing all that down.
At a time. Well, yeah, it's true. Right. I come home more often than that, but briefly. But that's all you have to do, and just, it's just such a pleasure to be away from that whole festering thing and the hate. Did you hear the hate in that with that bitch's voice?
Right.
I'm not talking about all the Cuban people, honey, just your kind. That's what I'm talking about. And didn't I point out that 48% of the county voted yes? In addition to which, as far as Hispanics, what were the number on Hispanics saying? It was 56 to 42. So 42% of Hispanics, which includes more than just Cubans, but nevertheless, they voted yes.
You see how you generalize?
Yeah. Just your kind, honey. Just miserable, hateful sows like you that are always giving us this song. We made it what it is today, isn't it? And you know something? I wouldn't brag about that.
Yeah, stop helping us, lady.
I wouldn't be running around telling people like that. Talk about creating an ugly stereotype.
Right. Blame the blacks like they do at everything else.
I think it's hysterical that her husband's onto what a nasty, hateful bitch she is. Just to punish her, he's probably got her hands tied behind her back and the radio cranked up nice and loud. Nice going, Pally. Hasta que me olvides. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I hate to change the subject, but you're such a role here with all these folks from... I was born in Miami, unfortunately, but I'm trying to get out, Can you tell us, please, a few years ago, you haven't done this in a few years, about your first date at Michigan State?
No, get out of here with that. Get lost. Oh,
the guy laughing in the background really wanted to hear it.
My first date at Michigan State about the grasser and getting dry. Boring, okay? It's old stuff. It's 29 years later, okay, baby? We're moving forward, not backward.
Put it in the book.
We don't have people calling in to program the show to tell me what I ought to be talking about. Putz. And by the way, she was a lot prettier than you are. Arlene. WQAM, hello.
Hey, what do you got against the Cubans, bro?
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes. What can I do for you, sir? I saw that was it. That was the material. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
I was like Reverend Jones. Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How big is the truck full of money that James Billy's backing up to Jeb Bush's house right now?
Yeah, well, I wonder who got smeared on this deal, man.
Because Jeb Bush, he doesn't believe anything that he's not paid well for.
And I wonder, I saw it was 5,000 votes ahead there with half the precincts counting, and all of a sudden, when it really started, getting nip and tuck, all of a sudden it turned south there in the last couple hours, just like the Metro Rail vote, like every other vote in Dade County. Not that I'm suggesting anything, you understand, but...
Well, just another good reason never to go to Dade County.
Amen.
Later.
See ya. Don't forget, Dade County is spelled with 4 letters, D-E-A-D. Has been for a long time. Better than a doornail. And now that whole phony South Beach thing, which was, just a plastic temporary Band-Aid, now that thing is gone south big time. They call it South Beach for more reasons than one now, if you catch my drift.
Are you drifting?
So, what's the story now in Dade County? Oh, that's right, I forgot. It's that stadium that nobody wants to spend any tax money on.
Right,
I forgot about that.
Them anyway.
Right, down there by the Orange Bowl, which nobody wants to go there, right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'll all just start going to the games, though, once it's built.
Oh, no question about that.
If you build it, they will come.
Now, did you just peep up there? Pop up and peep up?
He piped right up.
Boy, you better watch it now. That's your bread and butter, mister.
Oh, hey, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
He'll drive down there.
We'll have a limo take you down there for all the games because we want you to be safe. We'll have you taken in a limo. Have my friend Ken Halpern take you down.
Haitian limo, of course.
Get away and feel the release. Smell the fresh sea air. Take in the unparalleled experience of Cuban rafting on Big Atlantic. It's like a vacation, away from your troubles, your life back home. You're the skipper on a journey to a better place. The only thing between you and your destination is whatever nature has planned for you that day. Unpredictable, breathtaking, life-threatening. Cuban rafting on Big Atlantic. Row your way to something better. Row faster. No, faster. Here come the sharks. You gotta row much faster than that. Row, damn it. Paid for by the U.S. Navy.
Let's get that on the Channel 7 News at noon. 11:19 at 560 WQAM. I'd love to see that. I might even come down for a moment or two, or maybe just get a satellite dish.
Okay.
Okay, here's the deal on our poll, which I guess it's pretty obvious who the wiener's going to be, in spite of his right-wing leanings now. What talk host Neil has worked with, other than QAM, did you like the best? Did, as in past tense. Phil Hendrie, 153.
Are you sure?
That's past tense, Phil. Subs Coleman, 77. Never listened to Neil before QAM, 56, 11.5%. Man, we have in 7 years built. Can you smell it?
Oh, is that
Randy Rhodes, 53. None of the above, 34. Mike Ranieri, 33. Rick Riley, 19. Bill Calder, 17. The Bird is up to 7. Stan Majors got 6. How do you like that?
Oh, my God.
Exactly. Doug Thompson writes, now, see, even though there's a lot of rain on that radar, I keep checking it every break because I want out of here at 12:50. There's nothing worse than them giving you that false sense of, oh, hey, you got a short show tomorrow, and then, oh, the game's been rained out, you're on till 2. Well, screw that, your mama, Sita. The hell with that, right?
Right.
Doug Thompson writes in the rant from Capitol Hill Blue. That's 2 days in a row I'm reading his piece. A rather sordid tale. That's because Dan Rather's last newscast on CBS tonight, 6:30. All you old exilios, man, can tune in. Come on, you can throw like old rotten guacamole at the screen. It looked like Linda Blair's been in the house. Dan Rather brings his spotty career as a CBS News anchorman to a close tonight, and rabid right-wing blowhards are dancing on his grave before it's even dug. Conservative bloggers and bulletin boards where keyboard cowards hide behind phony names like An American Patriot or Real American claim credit for bringing Rather down and forcing his retirement as anchor a year early. These wingnuts didn't end Rather's career as a newsreader. Dan Rather brought himself down by rushing a story to air without checking it out. His zeal and the stupidity of those who work for him gave CBS a black eye that will remain long after he disappears from the evening news. Ironically, the facts of the story that blew up in Rather's face have never been disproved. Strong evidence still suggests a young George W. Bush got preferential treatment to get into the Texas Air National Guard and avoid combat service in Vietnam, but a specific set of documents used to support the story turned out to be forgeries. Other documents may have existed, and others in the Texas Guard say some of Bush's records were destroyed or altered. All this brings unbounded joy to the right wing that has long claimed Rather, CBS, and most other mainstream media are just shills for the loony left. I don't know what Rather's political leanings are, nor do I care. It was his style of reading the news that soured me on his abilities as an anchorman many years ago, and I stopped watching his newscasts. But I have to laugh whenever these conservative crybabies start whining about the bias of the media. Most of these clowns wouldn't know good journalism if it walked up and bit them in the balls, assuming you could find their balls, because conservatives are too often cowards and probably don't have any testicular protrusions to chomp down upon. Ask a right-wing nut where they get their news, and they point first to Fox News Channel, a pseudo-journalism operation run by former Richard Nixon propaganda flack Roger Ailes and tabloid sleaze king Rupert Murdoch. Fox's star, if anyone mired in their muck can be called a star, is Bill O'Reilly, a phone sex freak who had to settle out of court a sexual harassment charge brought by a coworker. Rather gets burned by a source and loses his job. O'Reilly calls up coworkers, talks dirty to them, pays hush money, and stays on the air. Interesting double standard of justice. Another source of information for conservative hypocrites is Rush Limbaugh, the pill-popping purveyor of right-wing hysteria. Limbaugh long preached that anyone who legally abuses drugs should face punishment to the full extent of the law, but conventionally exempted himself from such treatment when he got caught loading up on black-market pain pills. The list of favored right-wing journalists goes on and on, from Mike Savage, a hate-spouting homophobe, to Robert Novak, the White House shill who outed a covert CIA operative because her ambassador husband has publicly criticized George W. Bush. These and others like them bring disgrace to the journalism profession because they pander to the right wing rather than seek the truth. Their success comes from knowing the right-wing audience that follows them is, by and large, composed uneducated, ignorant, gullible louts who would rather hate than understand the world around them. Fox News brags about its high ratings and huge audience numbers, proof they say of their quality. They've got high ratings, all right, among cable TV networks, a small segmented part of the overall TV viewing audience. In the real world of TV ratings, those numbers fall far behind other quality programming like Survivor, The Apprentice, The Simpsons, and yes, even the CBS Evening News. Yeah, the numbers tell the story, and it's a far different one when told without the tinge of right-wing propaganda. He's pretty good, old Doug Thompson.
You go, Doug.
Yeah, you go, boy. Do we get any update on that ball game? I mean, I hate to ask stupid questions, you know, but how they do it up there in Jupiter? What?
No one has said anything to us.
Well, why not?
Because we're on the air and it affects us.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. Let's get another couple of hundred calls before 12:50 in that pregame show for the Marlin game, which may or may not get played today, where everybody in town is hanging on the edge of their seat. Because we love the Marlins. We want that stadium right by the Orange Bowl where nobody wants to go. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Chumba.
WQAM, hello.
Neil
QAM,
God.
yes, sir.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Today's the greatest day. I have no longer
I don't have to drive any longer down to Miami every single work day. I moved to Fort Lauderdale. I got a nice little cushy job.
All right.
And all I have to do right now is just relax, enjoy, and laugh at all the stupid kids.
Just say goodbye to Dade, baby. That's our slogan. Just say bye-bye to Dade.
All right.
567-0560, pound 560 on a Verizon and Singular wireless line. Who would have thought that everything was looking so rosy and... Huh?
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it that Broward... Well, it's been that way for a long time. I mean,
Although
Broward's got its problems. It ain't no perfect, but we're starting to find out.
But now we're going to have all this crime, see?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. All this violent crime, and people are going to be raped on the sidewalks and shot in their beds and all these horrible things because there's those evil one-armed bandits. Now, of course, the fact that we got slot machines over there at the Seminoles at the Hard Rock Cafe and there's no crime that we're hearing about associated with that must just be an aberration. Because we know them Indians, they got those bows and arrows, they don't put up with any violent crime. Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Antonio.
Yes, sir.
I'm the flamer that called yesterday that said me and my boyfriend were going to vote out.
Yeah, well, good. Go check out his...
Rectum.
WQAM, hello.
Yes, I would like to have some sluts in Miami-Dade, preferable with a U in the middle.
Yeah, I'll bet. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil. I got my big red...
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, if the Broward voters are the only ones that want to approve this the slot machine, why the hell are we sharing the money with the rest of the state?
Because I mean, it's like a hold-up, man. It's like blackmail. That's the only way you get anything done in Florida. You always have to share the goods.
All right. Well, happy anniversary and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Pally. Yeah, do you think there was any chance in November that the thing would have passed at all statewide? Any chance at all if the benefits weren't going to be spread around all 67 counties? And even then, the rest of the state voted against it pretty heavy duty.
Right.
And only because Dade and Broward voted for it overwhelmingly did it get passed. And then, of course, when Dade and Broward get to vote individually yesterday, everybody in Dade County sits home on their ass. That is just... I mean, not that it affects my life. Even when I'm there, am I going to go, like, to a parimutuel in Dade County to go to a slot? Of course not. But it's just so depressing and so deflating. You think finally, after all these years, like I said yesterday, you have a chance to control your own destiny and not be held up by all these mugwumps, all these rednecks outstate. And what do? You get the rednecks in-state in Dade County. You get the bushlickers. 27 past 11 in the Banana Republic.
You're listening to Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
Only in Miami.
Juan Miguel Gonzalez, father of Ilian, meets with his attorney in preparation to take his son back to Cuba.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez, how was your trip?
Very good, gracias.
Do you have any questions before we go any further?
See. This box with the pictures. It's incredible. What is this?
Oh, that's a television.
Oh, television. Mr. Lawyer, what does WAZA mean?
Pardon me?
WAZA.
Oh, well, it means what's up, like what's going on.
WAZA.
Right, it's a greeting.
WAZA.
Now, I know that you're uncomfortable being here. This is a very difficult time for you, sir. What is it, sir?
Oh, this Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is incredible. How do they get the mozzarella cheese into the crust?
I'm not sure. So, as I was saying... as I was saying, we will try to make your stay here as comfortable as possible and get you home as quickly as possible.
Bye.
Are you going somewhere, sir?
No, I'm listening to the new CD by the boy band In Sync with my new Sony Discman. It's incredible.
Yes, Mr. Gonzalez, they are quite incredible, but we'll be meeting with the...
Just another play in your game for two. You must hate me, but it ain't no lie. Bye.
Oh, God, sir, don't you want to get this over and get back to Cuba?
What are you, loco? I love it here. There's like 300 channels on cable, and I can watch all the Yankee games.
But, sir...
Mr. Lawyer?
What is it, Mr. Gonzalez?
It's 11:32 at QAM. I'm taking a look at the radar again. Let's take a look real close and personal, okay? Let's take a puke at it. And, oh, man, look at that big green thing, man. It looks like rain, but it's not.
Yay.
No, it is. Big blob. There's a big green blob and a small one behind it. And they're moving, like, to the northeast. They're, like, moving over toward Okeechobee. Now, let's see, on a plane. Now, Jupiter, because I've been in Jupiter, it's not that far north of West Palm, right?
Correct.
I think it'll be okay. I think they might, Okay. Huh? Yeah, let's play some ball. What do you say? Let's play some baseball. Let's play 2 today, starting at 11:45. Sounds good to me. 5670560. Pound 560. You know, it's really amazing, like I said a few weeks ago, how come Bush hasn't invaded Cuba and got rid of Castro already? Then we could see these old exilios, if they're really going to put their money where their guayaberas are and go back where the hell they came from and take over the homeland again. Good. We'll pack you a salami sandwich, okay? With Swiss cheese. It's trafe.
Let's start a rumor they discovered oil there.
Yeah, they discovered oil in Cuba, and Bush is going in there this weekend.
Eureka!
And everybody go back. And then, the first thing that we'd want to do is rebuild those great casinos from back in the 50s.
Damn straight.
Right.
The hotel there.
The best. I mean, if we didn't have the Hard Rock, you see, all these other hysterical arguments, I could maybe even understand it. Some people would say, oh, well, this is something new and we don't know what's going to happen, even though it's only at the pari-mutuels, which are some of the safest places you could ever go. But you've already got that thing sitting there. It's packed. It's jam-packed morning, noon, and night. 24/7, 28/6. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
Sounded like a groan.
Where did that come from?
Not these studios. Go see it was, Josh.
Yeah, so some jackass is in the control room in there again. Doing like that in the middle of my show. I bet you it's the...
Rock solid.
The big... Oh! Yeah. And by the way, where did he come down on this? Where did the rest of the people on this station besides yours truly and a humper come down on this? Were they out there pumping for people to get out? I don't know, because I don't listen.
I don't know.
Huh? That's a good question. How come they weren't running around there with sandwich boards up and down everywhere in Dade County getting people to go out and vote?
They're having a little meeting in the on-air studio, and I guess it leaked out.
It leaked out?
Oh, it leaked.
Go turn it back on, man. Let's hear what they're talking about.
Turn it back on. I'd love to hear this. Now, who's the they?
I mean, you got Duff, Ray Perry. I mean, it's a whole room of people. There's about 10 deep.
Yeah. Well, give us some other names. The audience is just itching to know.
We don't have a camera installed yet.
Well, you saw in there Duff, Ray Perry.
No, you know the layout. He has to go into the other room there and see who it is.
I understand the layout. He can go in there and look and say,
wait.
While he's turning on the mic pod so we can hear it and put it on the air.
Incoming information.
Yeah.
Talk.
I'm listening.
It's Josh, Ray Perry, Duff, Miguel, Kathleen.
Who the hell's Kathleen?
Yeah, who's that?
That's the new promotion slunky. That's the new broad that Miguel's chasing around.
Yes.
Yeah, Susie's short skirts, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And Gary Sarner.
Oh, and Gary Sarner. I thought I smelled something.
Boy!
Wow. He must have got real nervous as soon as I said trafe. Remember about the salami and the Swiss? And I said trafe. And like that. Yeah. That was him. That was Gary Sarner. He was groaning. He thought I was going to, unkosher his house or something. Yeah. That's what it was. Wow. Bill in Hollywood says, oh, now, I already saw this.
I know. I just wanted to send it to you for his comment.
Why do you keep faxing me this horse racing stuff? Will you stop?
I didn't send the article, just the guy's comments.
I don't want his comment. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Neil,
What do you got, Pally?
I live 10 minutes from the stadium in Jupiter. It's been raining since 6:30 this morning, so enjoy your early lunch.
What does that mean? Is it raining hard? Is it raining hard?
It's been raining since 6:30 this morning, steady. They're not going to play ball. Maybe water polo.
Get out of here. Are you telling me?
I'm serious as a freaking heart attack, pal.
Oh.
Enjoy your early...
My early lunch at 2:05?
1:05. Whatever
okay,
time...
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here. Now, what the hell is he talking about? If it's been raining and they're not going to play, then what is he talking about, my early lunch? Do you have any idea? Like that. How is it possible? So many estupidos, man. I think you owe an apology to those old exilios, the ones with the green teeth and the guayaberas. And it was all the stains on their fingers from those big, nasty cigars. By the way, Fidel gave up smoking cigars a long time ago. I just mentioned that in passing.
Okay.
He'll probably live to 100. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm a Cuban American. I came 1961. That was a long time ago. Age of 5. It really makes me cringe when I hear some of our folks that come up and say that we made this town.
Yeah, but you've heard that a million times, though, haven't you? We made it what it is today. Every time just a segment of the community does something obnoxious, the angry response always is, "Hey, this town was nothing when we came here. We made it what it is today."
Absolutely, I cringe. This town, I believe we contributed to building this town, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But many others,
it's like anything else. It's a mixed bag.
It is a mixed bag. It is a mixed bag, but I'm really, really disappointed. Not disappointed, but the fact that a lot of our first-generation Cubans are led or misled to slaughter. They follow the radio waves, and whoever is, especially it's usually the Republican right wing that drives them. But I've been here long enough to realize that also in the African American community, the reverends and the pastors also lead or mislead the community.
Yeah, but they didn't do a very good job this time because in Dade County, 56%. In fact, they had the highest plus vote. White people voted 55% yes, and blacks 56% yes, and the Hispanics 56% no. So even though there maybe some of those Bible-thumping preachers that you're talking about, I know the crowd you mean, maybe they got a few people to go vote, but the dark community, but the bottom line is nobody showed up. That's the worst problem, is that nobody in any community, nobody showed up to vote.
That's the biggest problem. Where was Amy Schaefer when we needed her? Take care,
have a great day, Pally. That's before your time, Amy Schaefer.
It was Cuban.
Wow. She's dead, I believe. I know Tom Schaefer is. Probably Tom had oh, geez, poor Tom. He's a good guy. Just had a little bit of a booze problem, but he's dead. We can talk about him now. Can't we talk about people after they're dead?
Yes, we can.
Sure. Here's a fax from Keith who says, I'm very disappointed that Dan Rather will not, and so am I, by the way, Keith. I wouldn't watch Bob Schieffer if you paid me by the second. That Dan will no longer be anchoring the CBS Evening News. Rather, unlike many other newsreaders, actually writes much of the copy he reads, actually attempts to go out and cover stories. As the managing editor, I like the CBS team of reporters. Can't they do better than Bob Schieffer or Katie Stinkin' Couric? I'm so sick and tired of the critics who talk about the low-rated CBS Evening News. These so-called critics don't realize that to have good ratings, you must have a decent lead-in. Having the lowest-rated local newscast as lead-ins in New York, Boston, Miami, and L.A. is the reason for the low ratings. Rather survived because the suits at CBS understood this. CBS has a smaller percentage of its stations carrying the ratings juggernaut Oprah Winfrey, which also has hurt their ratings. Maybe Oprah should be Rather's replacement. Hey. Oh, man. There's another one. When I see her on my TV, I get physically ill. Her and her protege, Dr. Phil. Makes me ill, I got to take a pill. By the way, speaking of the nightly news, it's become now, I don't know about, I'm sure it must be the same, NBC and ABC. On the CBS Evening News, 9 out of every 10 spots, maybe 99 out of 100, are for prescription drugs. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
That's all they advertise anymore. It's prescription drugs. Mm-hmm. Ask your doctor about Vioxx. Ask your doctor if you can die from Celebrex. After the Zocor. You know, all of these things. And let me just say it again. I'm not like trying to tout Canada because, believe me, I'd like you folks all stay where you are. Okay, we got enough Americans here already. But it's illegal to advertise prescription drugs on television or radio here. It's illegal. Yeah, because the profit motive is the idea here of drugs is like to help people get well, as opposed to just making money, as opposed to only the profit motive.
I don't even understand those words.
I know. Well, it's kind of strange, eh? It would almost be like legalizing marijuana and gay marriages and things like that.
That's crazy
18 till noon at 560 WQAM, your subversive station for the new millennium, baby. All you old exilios, man, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a little knock on the door at 3 in the morning. It's going to be Joe Carollo, and he's going to be a tempest in a teapot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe it'll be Xavier Suarez in his bathrobe. Hey, you know, even after all this time, some people still think it's a little unusual to buy a bed over the phone. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, the number for Dollar Mattress, you'll find out that they have the most liberal, that's a bad word, I'm sorry, the most liberal exchange policy, so there's no risk. You see, in this case, it's a good word all the way around. Did you know that 1-800-MATTRESS has more repeat customers than anybody else in the industry? So once you try Dollar Mattress, I guarantee you, I'll bet Greg's life on it, you'll never go back to a showroom or a department store again to buy a bed. You'll get no nonsense, no runarounds, no showroom shenanigans, just factory direct prices on the best brands you know, trust, and love. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll be calling the company ranked numero uno in customer satisfaction.
Incredible.
They carry Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coral, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns, and Foster Hewitt. Now Dollar Mattress offers no payments or interest till 2006. So call Dollar Mattress today and do your shopping the smart way at 1-800-MATTRESS. For all the details, Mo, George, Miguel, Fat Boy, yours truly are all satisfied customers, and I've been using them for a long time. Call 1-800-MATTRESS right now or log on to their website, mattress.com, for the best sleep you've had in years. I wonder if Gary Sarner uses them. Whoa! Call 1-800-MATTRES.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
I faxed Eric to pull for tomorrow, by the way, George, so we're set to go for that thing.
From the producers of Iron Chef, it's Iron Busboy.
Hashimoto has been bussing tables at Tokyo's Hokkaido restaurant for 7 years. Today, he takes on Joe Smoot of the Sip and Bite Diner in Cleveland. Who will be the first to clear a dirty table and claim the title of Iron Busboy?
I am ready, announcer-san.
Yeah, bring it on. Let the battle begin.
And Hashimoto takes an early lead as he whisks the plates into his bus tub in one fluid motion.
Lazy American busboy never catch up to Hashimoto.
Joe Smoot has yet to clear a single plate. Is the pressure getting to him? Wait, he's grabbed the tablecloth, and yes, it looks like he's going to yank it right off the table, dishes and all. I win!
Oh, I cannot bear the stain on my busboy honor. I must commit ritual suicide with this dirty butter knife.
Whoa, I'm not cleaning him up. I'm on break.
Iron Busboy, only on the Kung Food Network.
I'm dying over here.
13 till noon at 560. That's a George bit, because quite frankly, it leaves me a little bit on the limp side.
I understand.
The Herald article says the last-minute anti-slot campaign led by Governor Jeb Bush was cited as the difference in Dade, which I was trying to tell the Humper this morning, which he was blaming the Herald for it. I mean, the Herald was vociferous and foaming at the mouth for 10 consecutive days, doing everything in their power. But nevertheless, the Herald has no clout, man. But let me just say this to you. In November, during the presidential election, where are the numbers on here? Let me just say it to you if I can find it, and if not, I won't say it to you. Where is it? It passed overwhelmingly in November. Well, maybe it didn't come out in here. How the hell can it not be in? Oh, here it is. In Broward in November, nearly 68% supported it, and Dade 57%. Got those numbers? 68 and 57. In Broward this time, 57% supported, and Dade County only 48%. So both were down about 9. See that?
I see it.
And the reason for it being is that a lot of people sat on their ass. Now, thankfully, in Broward County, it didn't make that much difference because it won with plenty to spare, although it's still 57 to 43. It should have been more like 77 to 23 in Broward. But in Dade County, 57% back in November, and now only 48%, losing 9%. So we can sit here and blame the toothless old auxiliaries, which certainly they're the ones who went out there clearly and helped bring this thing down. But the fact of the matter is, very clearly again, the people who are behind the pro slots that are really P-poor, we can't say what P stands for, what would be a word? A urine poor job.
There you go.
Of getting the people out in Dade County.
You're in trouble.
Huh?
You're in trouble.
For what, urine?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you're in trouble? You're an anus?
Go see a
doctor. I probably am in trouble because you always don't like that urine, man. Now, what about that dentist and that story you had before? I don't want to get back into it. That was... Did you show that to Josh?
No, I don't show it.
What I missed? No, don't show it. Are you eating today?
I'll dig it up.
Not yet.
Eventually,
believe me, if you want to go on a diet, no, don't show him that story. It's even for his tender eyes. It's grotesque. Even for a pervert like him, it's just disgusting.
Well, you can't just bring it up and not let me see it.
Yeah,
he needs closure. Here you go.
Okay, well, give it to him. You take a look at it. Read just the first sentence or two of it, okay? And then see if you think I should have read that one on the air. You got it?
He's got it now. He's taking it back into the room.
Taking a puke at it? It's enough to make you, if you're not already terrified of the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you'd like to read that one on the air.
No, there's more to fear than just the pain.
Yeah. Anyway, 68% in November in Broward, 57 in Dade. So, like, people sat on their ass, they stayed home, and the people that supposedly were motivating and mobilizing, they did a horrible, horrible job. They did a horrendous job of getting the people in Dade County. So it rained, and that's an excuse. If there's a cloud in the sky, it's an excuse. By the way, is the game on or what?
How the hell do we know?
Well, break up that stupid-ass promotion meeting in there, boys.
It's over.
Let's find out. Huh?
Meeting's over.
Well, then fine. Then they got no excuse. We got Clarence running around there, and the Muffmeister, she's, rubbing up against the walls in the hall like a cat in heat. Come on, let's find out what the story is here, whether we got a game today or not, whether there's a chance, whether we got a shot. At least give us a little bit of hope, right?
Right.
God. Here's a fax that says, Governor Jeb did the people of Dade County a great service. That sucking sound he kept describing is going to be the money of Dade County residents going to Broward. Marco Rubio did his people a great service as well. Flagler Dog Track, which is in his district, would have employed at least 1,800 of his residents. I can't believe we elect these jackasses when all they do is screw us repeatedly, said Jackie from Kendall. Well, guess what, Jackie from Kendall? Because every time it's one of those elections, a local election, it's the same group of exilios who go out and vote, and everybody else does the same thing they did yesterday in Dade County. They sit back and say, oh, how come we can't get any of our people elected? Because nobody shows up to vote. It's not rocket science. It's the same thing. Now, why do you keep sending me the fax from this guy?
Don't read the first paragraph. Read the second one.
The election yesterday. No sample ballot, once again, notifying the public of an election. The only thing I received from the government, in other words, like nobody knew there was an election yesterday? Get out of here. The only thing I received from government was a paid with taxpayer dollars political propaganda ad from the city of Hollywood. That's Miragalante telling me to vote no. What country is this? It's a banana republic, baby. In Hollywood, of course, that's an old banana republic, if you got an old banana. It's the second election in a row that the city of Hollywood spent major amounts of taxpayer dollars to defend. Well, but what's the point of bellyaching about that when it passed in Broward?
Right.
Oh, I'm getting a headache from these faxes from this guy. Stop sending them to me right now, or Matty Bell's going to be sitting in your lap in a half an hour. 567-0560. Just contemplate that for a moment or two, will you?
Yeah,
Pound 5. Naked.
Ah, jeez.
Pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. WQAM, hello. QAM. Yes, sir.
Well, how about this? I mean, yesterday in Coral Springs, that was the only thing that was on the ballot. I mean,
yes.
I drug my tush out of my seat and I went and voted yes on it. Okay.
Well, good for you.
Well,
that was true. That was true in Dade County too. Unlike Broward, Dade County didn't have all these other dog catcher elections and stuff.
Well, here's the beautiful part of it. Wait until these people. They'll be the first one to bellyache when the state says, "Guess what, guys? We have to have a state income tax to supplement all the stuff that we got going on in the state." They'll be the first ones off their tush and we're voting against it, okay?
I guarantee you, some of these old toads that voted yesterday, both in Dade and in Broward, they're going to be some of the first ones schlepping to the casinos to play the nickel and quarter slots. I can bet you any amount on that.
Listen, I was out at the Hard Rock yesterday, and that's all there was blue hairs there.
Right.
So, I mean, they're coming from somewhere to play.
Yeah.
You know? All right, well, God help us all, Neil.
Well, I'm glad you escaped all the crime out there, pal. I'm glad you're okay.
That's what I don't understand. Where's this crime coming from? We got it already. It ain't going to get worse.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
It's going to be crime. The sky's going to fall. The world's going to come to an end. It won't be a friendly tourist. Like we got something for the tourists. We got Soros for the tourists, all right? Like I said, yesterday was another chance to stick it to Orlando. A lot of people would like to stick it to Orlando, but we haven't seen them in a long time. But nevertheless. But no, Dade County they don't want that. They don't want the jobs, no jobs. They don't want the tourism. They don't want the visitors. They don't want the action. And, this crap about people, there is no question, I will guarantee you right now, I'll bet you George and Greg and Matty Bell's life on it right now, that there will be some people who will lose their ass in the casinos. But you know something? There are people who lose their ass at the track. There are people who lose their ass on the lottery, betting, plunging every week.
On the boat.
There are people who can't control their drinking. There are people who can't control their gambling. And you know what? Too frickin' bad.
People who can't control their eating.
Right. That is correct. That is right. In fact, some people can't control their eating at the track. While they're gambling and drinking. How do you like that? For a trifecta, huh? So I don't want to hear anybody moaning and groaning, oh, geez, somebody lost their pension. They lost their... Well, too freaking bad, okay?
Right.
I've told you all along, being one who goes very often, take whatever money you're willing to lose, and that's it. And if you lose it, hey, that's like when you go to Vegas. I hear all these stories from people. Oh, I went to Vegas and I won $5,000. I won. Okay, great. I'm real happy for you. I've been to Vegas. Oh, I don't know, maybe 50 times in my life. Okay.
Okay.
If I won in Vegas twice, that's a lot. I mean, there times I won individual jackpots or whatever, 1,200 here, 1,500. But I'm talking about overall. At the end of the trip, if I won twice out of 50 times, that's a lot. Did it bother me? No. Did I expect to win? No. I had a great time.
Right.
I've been to Woodbine probably 50 or 60 times. I would say I've won maybe, 20 times. So you do the math. Figure out the rest, okay? Does anybody force me to go there? No. Is it going to change my life? No. Do I take money there I can't afford to lose? No. Does the amount of money I win there change my life? No. I have a great time. I love it. So I'm just telling you that right up front. Because I don't want somebody coming back to me later on and giving me a song like Wayne said and tell me that, we wouldn't play in the arena if you build it, whatever he said in that bit. Oh, you told us that nobody was good. No, I didn't tell you that. But using that as an excuse, that's like bringing back Prohibition, closing up all the bars because you got a few alcoholics who can't control their drinking and because there are going to be a few idiots who can't control their gambling. Too bad, okay? And part of the money, by the way, is already going to be earmarked toward helping those people with gambling addicts. But I just don't sympathize with people with addictive personalities. If you got a problem, get yourself some help. Don't keep showing up all the time and crying on people's shoulders. I told you the one guy that shows up at Woodbine just about every day. Mr. I lost my pension, I call him. I don't know what his name is.
That's
Mr. I lost my pension. Whoa, he's like Eric. Huh?
He ain't gonna find
That's my question to him. Why are you here? Why are you here? Oh, and for a while there he wasn't playing. He just go around giving everybody else advice.
The vicarious thrill.
Yeah, that's right. Just hanging around. He likes to soak up the atmosphere and going around giving everybody else advice. Here's a guy that lost his ass, lost his pension, and he's giving other people advice. And then one day, about a month ago, I go in there and he's playing. I said, oh, what's going on with you? Oh, I'm back, losing his ass. And I said, why are you doing this? What's going to be any different for you now than it was before? If you're bringing money here, you can't afford to. Oh, I just want to get a couple thousand back. Right. I said, are you getting it back? No, I'm losing my ass. Do I have sympathy for him? No. In fact, I get sick to my stomach when I see him. And there are a few others like that. Well, too bad. Mm-hmm. You go in any bar, you're going to see a few drunks, slobbering around. That's the way it goes. But for this, we have to hold back progress. We have to hold back a place where people go have a great time and raise some revenue and have a bunch of jobs because something bad might happen to somebody. Maybe we could have the bad police, since we got Big Brother government now anyway. Mm-hmm. Just making sure that you don't do anything that might be bad for you.
We're going to start with you, Lardos.
11:58 at 560 WQAM. IRS tax problems have got a way of ruining all the aspects of your life. They take a toll on you financially, physically, and emotionally. You can never really forget about those IRS problems. They come back every morning when you wake up. CPA Jamie Buchwald and the Buchwald Tax Firm can help you end your IRS problems forever and give you back peace of mind, which is why other top CPA and law firms refer their clients to the Buchwald Tax Firm when they have problems with the unctuous IRS. Why not avoid potential criminal prosecution? Get all your unfiled tax returns prepared even if you lost all your records. Now, suppose you have an IRS lien, wage levy, owe payroll taxes and penalties. Maybe you want to settle for thousands less than you owe, need time to pay. Whatever your dilemma, baby, the Buchwald Tax Firm can help you out. They offer free initial consultation, affordable and guaranteed fees, and immediate relief from IRS harassment, if not much sooner. And best of all, like I always tell you, you don't have to go to those pain-in-the-ass IRS meetings because the Buchwald Tax Firm handles all meetings and discussions you don't have to show. Call them today whether you owe $10,000, $1 million in IRS taxes, or any amount in between. The Buchwald Tax Firm can get that nasty monkey off your back. Call 954-575-2800. That's 954-575-2800 for your free no-obligation consultation, or visit them on the web at irsfreedom.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
It's Steve Goldstein, but you can call me Geldy. Whenever I'm in town, I listen to... Wait a minute, I am in town. It's the 12 to 1 hour. That's Geldy!
And I'm the big...
Oh! What's that stand for? Orgasm?
No, that's just short for Orlando Bloom.
You don't look Jewish.
No.
No.
Now Neil's going to rip me for 4 hours.
Well, I've been asked to keep this in strict confidence. But in case you're wondering why we're here, Joe got suspended.
Maybe we should take this call from our special guest, Roberto Luongo.
Hiya, Roberto. You know that I'm the voice of the Panthers now?
Yes. Hey, aren't you that squeaky voice guy that goes by all the time?
Oh, you got me confused with a character on another show. That's not me. I have children, you know.
Doy.
You have a funny name. Okay, what's this call about?
Why did you...
Doy. We can't get into that right now. Do the music. There you go. I don't want you walking out of here with just this thing in your hand.
Come here.
Hiya, Joe.
I'm going to crush your head like a peanut.
Well, here it is. Here's the epitome of what QM is all about on a piece of paper right here. This is what this radio station's all about. Just on the day when I finally said, I don't give a crap anymore, and I thought I couldn't give a crap less, this fax from PR Ralph. Now, do we have any verification of this?
No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He says, I did you a favor, contacted the stadium in Jupiter, and the game is not being played today. Hate to be the breaker of bad news, but still love you, PR Ralph. Now, he's a regular faxer whom I don't think would make up something like this.
Correct.
A friend of the show.
Indeed.
A friend of the family.
Yes, he is.
So don't you find it just a little bit irritating and irresponsible and absolutely grotesque and unacceptable, unacceptable, that your program director, your operations mangler, your whoever else is hanging around in there, those two in particular haven't come in yet and said, oh, by the way, the game is rained out and you're going to be on till 2 or something like of that nature?
No, my impression hasn't changed much since the day I walked in here.
I mean, these are people in desperate search of assignments to try to justify their existence on the planet, much less in a building. And yet, something as simple as that, or as decent as coming in the middle of the show and saying, oh, by the way, the game is rained out, and therefore, yada, whatever. And you'll be on till 2, and maybe we have to call in Mo for the Mo Show, etc. But we got nothing from management, only from outside. I'll tell you one thing, if we didn't have the fax machine and the phone, we'd totally be clueless.
right? It'd be like being in a studio with no windows.
The only contact we got with the outside world is that TV set up there, and the only reason we got the TV set is because Jeff Cohen brought us the first one, and they had to replace it because they were too embarrassed not to replace it. Although I got my
have a right to go and
TV right here, thank God. On MSNBC, right? I'm off CNN. I am done. Somebody's got to watch MSNBC. Might as well be me. So we don't know whether we're going to be here till 12:50, till 2, till a week from Shavuos, till Gary Sarner traipses up the house. We have no idea what's going on. By the way, you got a nice bright smile on your face today, Gary. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil.
Yes, sir. What do you think? Is the ball game on or off today?
Well, if the weather is anything up there as it is down here in Broward County, you ain't going nowhere.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, 2 points. Number one, I really want to thank you for reading that thing you did yesterday comparing Bush to Hitler by Senator Byrd from Virginia.
Right.
That was brilliant. He's one of the few people that actually has a clue.
That has the balls to say it.
You got that right. To go up against Bush with a Republican-controlled Senate does take 2 big ones.
Yep.
And the other thing is, I'm a teacher here in Broward County. I'm on my lunch break right now, and the big discussion in the teacher's lounge, at least in the school I'm at, is how the money that is going to be generated by the gambling that's supposed to go to the schools is going to have to be split now among the rest of the state.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get less. As far as teachers' salary going up and everything, it's just not going to happen. It's going to happen, but it ain't going to happen anything that's going to mean anything to anybody.
Right.
So nobody's real thrilled about the fact that we're now supporting the rest of the state, and that really kind of sucks too.
Well, that's the only way you get it done. You know that. You have to be, it's blackmail that you have to pay the rest of the state. When you're in a mugwump state, that's what you have to do to get anything done.
You know, I've been here since 1969, and I don't understand how those people up in Tallahassee do business.
And the worst part of it is that you're going to be subsidizing people in Dade County who voted against this thing. That's the most embarrassing part of it.
It is, but it's just one more thing about Florida we got to live with, sir.
Amen. Well, good luck to you, pal. I'll send you a telegram.
Yeah, have a great one, sir.
See you around, eh? Thanks. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. It's a tropical depression, baby. And I'm sure that since my outburst moments ago, somebody has opened the door up and said something.
I have a bulletin.
Yes?
The game is not called off yet. Supposedly, Tree down there said the tarp's out on the field and it's cloudy, so it could happen.
Oh, P.R. Ralph stuck it to us. Oh! See, never trust a Rican, man. I'm telling you right now.
I'm trying to tell you that for a long time.
It's your friend. No, it's your friend. That's
no,
your buddy.
Friend, right?
That's your bunk butt buddy, P.R. Ralph. I never met the guy. He's one of your personal buddies, comes to your appearances and gives you like a massage.
Right.
Gives you that deal like the dentist was doing.
And his wife, too.
Right. Oh, really? Who, P.R. Ralph's wife or the dentist?
Both.
Now, Josh is going to read that story about the dentist on the air.
I don't think we can.
Oh. That's what I was trying to tell you.
He's going to read it during the Howard David show, though.
Attempting to say, yeah, maybe Mo will read it. It'll be his non-sports lead-in for the day.
I'll put it in the
What
update.
Howard David did the show? You just got through telling me that it's cloudy and they're going to try to play the game, and now you're telling me there's going to be a Howard David show.
We're hedging our bets.
Make up your mind. WQAM, hello.
You know, this thing was dead in the water the minute that, Governor...
Fat-ass governor?
Thank you. Started lying, on all the media campaign that he did against this, where he was saying that, the money has to go through all the other 65 counties. That there basically isn't any law that says that that's what they got to do with it. Now, to spite Broward, he's going to do that. That's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to pass it. They're going to screw Broward, by now passing legislation, making that money go to the other 65 counties.
I thought that's the way it was written up in November, so that because otherwise
they haven't even decided how it should be divvied up yet. These guys now got to go into session and decide all of this crap. But I got to tell you, it's amazing how this guy came out and just killed it in Dade. I guess what happened in November in Dade was just an aberration. It's amazing how him and his co-conspirators at the Miami Herald. Because on Sunday, Carl Hyacin wrote a piece, totally slamming the whole idea.
Really?
Yes.
Carl Hyacin?
Yes, sir.
The one guy you'd expect not to sell out at the Herald?
And the Herald, since this made the ballot, the Herald has been running pieces that leave no doubt in your mind that they were against
we knew they were against.
Hank was talking about that, how the Herald had come out and has just, started writing articles against the slots. Okay, I mean, I went and voted yesterday at my polling place. Okay, I had to wake up the workers. Okay, basically when I walked in, there was nobody there.
Right.
Okay, I had to, hey, yo, I'm here. You want to check me in?
Right.
Right, exactly. So in Miami, like, I didn't see anybody. A buddy of mine who's at a different polling place, we live in like the same, general vicinity in Kendall, but he's got a different polling place than I do. He went in there to vote for it, and he was the only one that was in there also. It is pathetic, okay? The way they just scared, especially the Cubanitos, how they scared the old fogey Cubanitos into voting against this, okay?
But like you said, nobody else showed up to vote for
nobody
it.
Else,
That's the problem.
And nobody else showed up to vote for it. It's amazing. So I guess
same old sad story in Dade. Every election, man.
I'm going to have to be driving I'm going to have to be driving the Turnpike now to go to the Hard Rock. What am I? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Because I ain't going on those damn Mickey Harrison cruises to nowhere. That's for sure.
Thank God for that.
All right, Neil. I love you.
See ya. Slip him the Mickey, baby. We are so sick and tired on this show of Mickey Harrison and his masquerade that goes on. Makes me want to barf. And believe me, a lot of you people on those cruise ships, that's what you'll spend half your time doing is barfing from the food that rotted, from the botulism. And that's another thing. Not just the women getting raped, but all the people getting sick to their stomach and getting E. coli and all these other grotesque things from the rotten food. Oh, just little minor problems. Carl Hyson writing against, I got to see that column.
It too, Carl?
That is just, maybe if they had a few manatees and dolphins and alligators there, maybe Carl could have embraced it a little bit better.
They could have worked it out so that we would raise funds for the manatees.
Our old manatee-hugging friend Carl Hyson. Talk about a sellout, huh? I wonder maybe they put his job on the line, his ass on the line for that. What kind of a moron. And probably these are people that don't go to casinos, that don't gamble.
Why?
All the crap we've heard all of these years about the evils of gambling and how terrible it is in Vegas and yada, 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 and all the crime and ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You go to Vegas, they treat you like a prince, like a king and a queen, for crying out loud. You could eat off the floor. They've got all those fantastic, inexpensive meals and buffets. The old farts in the condos would just fell from that. They couldn't believe it. But no. It's all these horrible things that are going to happen, and the sky is going to fall, and everybody's going to lose their lunch money, and they're going to go broke, and people are going to get raped in the streets, and et cetera, and so on. And there's actually going to be crime in Dade County. I mean, what a joke that is, crime in Dade County. Number 3 in the country, out of the top 100, number 3 worst, Miami, right in the middle of Dade County. And that's even all these years after Mariel, 25 years later. Speaking of, guess who made it what it was back then? That was a pleasant time, by the way. Early 80s. 12:14 at 560 WQAM. So I'm assuming we're still going to the pregame. Now it's interesting because Tree Crawford. Now, did he call you?
No, Miguel called him.
Oh, Miguel called him.
Yes.
What's our programming mavens doing? What's Mike the Maven doing?
I don't know.
Huh?
That meeting.
No, the meeting you said is over with.
Has been.
Yeah, it has been for like a half an hour. Don't tell me they're holding their meet again, okay? I don't want to hear about it. It's almost like that dentist story. Hey, speaking of that, if you look in the mirror and you wonder, where did it go? Where my hair we're talking about. Where did it go? Although I like this nice short, almost no hair now. Wait till you see me, man. You'll say, holy crap. You'll say, man, he looks bizarre. But anyway, don't I always? Chuck Alfieri's been helping the famous and not so famous look fantastic for over 30 long.
About 30, man.
Amazing years with his fantastic, best in the world, new skin-like hair system. It is 100% undetectable. And the reason I say it's new is because every year he refines it, makes it better and better and better. The hair looks like it's growing right out of your scalp, as opposed to a mousy-looking muskrat that fell from the sky, like those frogs in Magnolia, and died on your head. Here's the way it works. You try Charlie's system for 30 days.
About 30, man.
And after a month, if you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if people aren't grabbing and clawing at your body and trying to get a sniff, then make the call and he'll give you a full refund. Call him today and set up an appointment. He'll drag your ass in there and show you how much better and younger he can make you look with his fantastic new skin-like hair system. 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413. Like I always tell you, got nothing to lose but that bald spot. And mention you heard about it here on the Neil Rogers Show. You get a special QAM $200 discount off the regular $800 price of Charlie's Natural Hairline System. 1-800-321-2413 or on the wicked web, CharlesAlfieri.com.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively. QAM.
Only in the Banana Republic, baby. Only in Miami.
Castro, get out of Cuba.
Oi!
We just can't use ya. You've been around way too long. Castro, you ugly bastard. Too long you've lasted. The Bay of Pigs should have worked. Fidel, you make me sick. Get out of Cuba quick. You are so goddamn rich, you amigo, son of a bitch. Baseball, we know you like. Are you behind the strike? Where were you in '63? Did you kill Kennedy? Muerte, 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 muerte. Get out now and free your nation. Are you into masturbation? Fidel will lift the embargo. Cuba will become another Key Largo. USA, USA. We're turning all the rafts and boats away.
Okay, I'm ready for the second one. And I'm sure you got the first one, didn't you?
Castro,
I got it.
Get out of Cuba. We just can't use ya. You've been around way too long. Hey! Castro, you ugly bastard. Too long you lasted. The Bay of Pigs should have worked.
Hey, Papi!
Fidel, you make me sick. Get out of Cuba quick. You are so... You amigo son of a bitch. Baseball, we know you like. Are you behind the strike? Where were you in '63? Did you kill John Kennedy?
Yes.
Muerte!
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 Muerte! Muerte! Get out now and free your nation. Are you into masturbation? Fidel will lift the embargo. Cuba will become another Key Largo. USA! USA! We're turning all the rafts and boats away.
Lucy!
Lucy! Lucy!
Hi, Poppies. It's 12:22. I'm sure glad that Josh was on the ball there and got that first GD thing. Man, that would have been... I was in the other room getting all my clothes on.
I was busy eating.
Because the good news for me is that come hell or high water at 12:50, I'm out of here.
All right.
That?
Okay.
Are you? Well, what do you mean okay? I mean, I'm just...
Well,
I'm
whatever.
Just
If you're out, you're out.
I'm out. That's what it says here. And since we're being told that the game is on and it's cloudy, but it's been raining earlier and that the tarp is on the field and maybe there's a delay or whatever, but at 12:50 we're out. Has anybody told you anything to the contrary?
No.
So when in doubt, we're getting the hell out. Got it?
All right. All right.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself.
You turd.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. How's that poll coming? I haven't made no mention of that in a long time. Probably a good idea. A lot of votes, though. We got 642. That's not bad. What talk host Neil has worked with other than QAM did you like the best over the years, over these 29 years? Phil Hendrie, 202. Killing them, Phil.
Are you sure?
That's did in the past. They used to like you a lot. They hate you like poison now, most of them. Suds Coleman, 103. Nobody don't like Suds, except maybe Rick. Never listened to Neil before QM, 83. That's 13%. Boy, that's an unlucky number. You know, maybe I better not go out there and plunge my guts out. Randy Rhodes, 70. None of the above, 40. We hate everybody. We don't like nobody, 40. Rick Riley, 24. Bill Calder, 20. The Birds got 13. How do you like that, speaking of bad luck?
Well, good for him.
Stan Major, 8. Jerry Wishner, 7. Brooke Daniels, 6. Joey Reynolds, 5. He's tied with Alice Rantel. Also 5 for Craig Worthing. Alice Bennett had 4. Dave Caprita, 3. Jerry Williams, 3. And Chris Baker had...
Oh, my God.
1. 1 drop-in.
Oh, my God.
1 listener.
Oh, my God.
1 bald spot.
Oh, my God.
And he's syndicated now. He's like out of Texas somewhere, Houston or Austin or somewhere like that. Chris Baker. The candlestick maker, remember him?
I do.
Really bad. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You know what it is?
What
It's
is it?
those 5 or 6 blocks right around Alien's house that if they had no agenda, they would have all voted for this thing. But all they want to do is just be a thorn in our ass. And for that guy who didn't know that we could say it, that's right. A thorn in our ass.
Right, ass. Big fat pimply ass, you got it.
So,
I beg your pardon. Solo una spina. Right. In our ass.
Rectum.
That's it. Well, I got news for you. They did more than that yesterday for the 3 pari-mutuels in Dade County.
Rectum? Hell, it damn near killed them.
Right, that's right. It was a real shot in the head for the poor folks. And after that nice lady wrote that fantastic letter and had to pay for the ad in the Herald to put that in there, which I read yesterday. Was it Florence Hecht or Flagler? Which one was it? Whatever her name was. And, and she spelled it right out there very calmly and sensibly and all the positive things. And she went through all of that. And then the poor people at Miami High Live who are really going to take it in the ear from this. And Calder, which just happens to have the geographical misfortune of being a couple of blocks south of the Dade-Broward County line. I mean, you talk about a bad break. Brother. I mean, Gulfstream gets off easy because they're just barely north of the county line. And Calder takes it right in the old chute. Because they happen to be just a little bit, just barely into Dade. Just goes to show you, all you young people out there, stay out of Dade as much as possible, okay? You want trouble, head for Dade. You want to walk into, you better have your passport and your papers ready when you go to Dade County. I'm smelling that right now. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Yes, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
I voted for the slot machine, and the big argument I had with the few dopes that I knew that were going to vote against it was basically, they're worried where the money's going to go and this and that, and it's not going to go to schools and all. My personal feeling is I could care where it goes. When I go to Vegas, which is like maybe every 2 years on a trade show or something, I gamble, I lose, I've never won. But it's entertainment. It's like going to the movie theater or going to a restaurant.
That is absolutely correct.
And as long as you're sensible, as you say, you don't go, bet the mortgage money, it's built into part of your expenses, and that's the end of the story. If I go to Ruth's Chris and have a dinner, I don't care whether the money goes to the waitress, goes to the restaurant, that they throw it to the street. I had a nice meal. Right. And the same thing with gambling. And they're worrying about the teachers, and it's going to Tallahassee, and it's going here, and it's going there.
You see, every time there's one of these issues, you got a certain segment of the electorate out there, unfortunately far too many, and they want to analyze everything, and they got to examine, well, I want to know for sure where it's all going to go, and I want to know the percentage. What, like you say, what the hell difference does it make when it really comes down? There's no question about the jobs. I mean, these places don't run themselves. I see out of Woodbine a fantastic number of people working there. It's an industry unto itself.
Absolutely it is. But I'll tell you one last thing, and it's not off that. You better hope that they got in touch with Mo. Because you could be on till 4 o'clock today.
Guess what, sweetheart? 10 to 1, I'm long gone. See ya.
Take care.
I'm on my way to Woodbine, baby. I got my driver ready to pick me up. Remember how even Michael had a driver in The Godfather?
Right.
I'm going to Louis in the Bronx, where I'll be safe.
Yeah, that's what you think.
567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Well, there's no sense in crying over spilled milk. You had your chance in Dade, and most of you sat on your ass. And we can sit here and scream and yell. Those old Cubans, man, they're not going away. They're going to live forever, just out of spite. And plus whoever else voted against it. It wasn't just them, but whoever else did. But the fact of the matter is, nobody showed up. 14%. We could get more than that just for a cockfight in Hialeah. We could get more than 154,000 people. 1 million plus registered voters in Dade County, and 154,000 showed up. And now it's the wringing of the hands and the gnashing of the teeth, and whoa, is us, and all this other stuff. Now we've got to go back to Dade in 2 more years. Things that should be as automatic as getting out of bed in the morning, as falling off a log, as breathing the fresh air, anything. Any place else, easy as pie, but not in South Florida. Everything is muy difícil, man. It's very difficult. Just the nature of the beast. You know what I mean? WQAM, hello.
They cut my check.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Heading for Broward County. I've had it with Dade.
Yeah, good move.
Just unbelievable. These poor people at Miami-Dade and Flagler that have been there for years. That's the end of them. They're never going to be able to compete now with Dania and Hollywood and all that. It's just over for them. But
how about the people at Calder now? You got, like Hank said this morning, you got Gulfstream up the road. Calder's not going to be able to goose up those purses like Gulfstream is. And in the summertime racing, who knows how long Calder will even be able to hang on to it.
Yeah, but they are owned by Churchill Downs Corporation. They got a lot of money.
Yeah, that's through Stronach, yeah.
They might be able to... no, Stronach owns Gulfstream. Churchill Downs is...
that's right.
Yeah,
Stronach, by the way. I wish it would have been the other way around, because I would have rather seen Calder get it and Gulfstream lose it, because Stronach to me is a real... I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, he's like a Burnett. He's a jerk. But, just unbelievable. Bush Liquors in Dade County once again strike.
Yep. Now you know where the Flamingos went when they closed down Hialeah. Did you ever see that? You never went to Hialeah, did you?
I've seen the videos of the event.
It was a beautiful thing. They had the infield there with the tote board and then the lake, like a lot of tracks have. And the Flamingos all were gathered there on one of the little islands in the lake. And when it came to be feeding time, whatever the hell they would call him, the ringmaster, the ringleader, the goofball, he'd come along and blow the whistle, and they'd all line up and goose step along because they knew they'd been trained that when the whistle sounded, it was feeding time. It was like the dog with Pavlov, to ring the bell on the refrigerator door, the same thing. And he would blow the whistle, they'd all line up and goose step along, and they'd get fed. It was a beautiful thing to watch. So we know that the Flamingos have moved to Dade County and voted in yesterday's election. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, I seriously long for the days of Alex Bennett when there was a real fresh breath of air on the radio. You and George blow, and the show sucks too.
Okay, thanks very much for the good news, and thanks for listening. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I think things worked out great for Dade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get to keep the money. They don't have to be embarrassed.
They get to keep what? They get to keep what money?
The money's going to be spread out through the state from Broward, right?
And what about all the money they're going to lose their own revenue? What about that?
They're not going to lose any revenue.
That they would have had if it would have passed.
Well, the other thing, Neil, is that they don't have to look so pathetic and desperate like Broward that they'll court a bunch of compulsive gamblers to put money.
Pathetic and desperate to hoard a bunch of compulsive gamblers like Vegas. Every time I get off a plane at McCarran Airport in Las Vegas, I look around and I think to myself, wow, these people look really pathetic and desperate.
So let's take advantage of those people. They suck.
Oh, my God.
We're going to start selling crack, too, for school.
WQAM, hello. Thank God there's none of that going on in Dade. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil. Hey, the thing is, let them stay in Dade. Let me tell you, if I'm up in Broward, I'm playing the slots, I see those green teeth, no speaking English, I'm going to boot them right out the machine.
Yeah.
And take it myself. Let them stay down that hellhole that they created down there.
Rot. Okay, hub them in dread, as they say in China, right. 5670560. A lot of hostility in the air, have you noticed that? It's unusual for South Florida. Very unusual, all this hate, all this resentment.
Well, that's all your fault, getting them whipped up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Dade doesn't have to be embarrassed now, being so desperate as to have to cave in all these compulsive gamblers. Right.
We'll shake them down in Broward. We don't care.
I know that Seminole joint up there, the Hard Rock Cafe, I know that all the people there are jumping out of the windows, just foaming at the mouth, losing all their mortgage payments and everything. There's a lot of bad stuff.
They got a tall tower just for it.
Right. WQAM, hello.
Forget about the Cubans, man. Focus on the illegals, Bato. We're taking over.
No kidding. WQAM, hello. Not there. What a shame. That was going to be a real good one, too. WQAM, hello. Not there. Wow, spastic, man. The pressure's getting to them, spastic. 12:33 already. We got that baseball game coming up at 12:50 pregame, whether they like it or not.
Yes, we do. We're going to throw it to them, just like normal.
Like we always do.
Let them do what they will.
They might have to do the rain delay spectacular.
Hey, that'd be great. And we don't mind. Let's see. What theme song should I play? Now the themes are a little bit too short, huh?
Themes are a little short, right?
I want to have something good to go into the ball game with.
Barnaby Jones is kind of long. What's that?
No, it is not long. It's a very short theme. You're wrong. It's not long at all. What about, got to have an instrumental. I got a good one. I don't know how long it is.
Measure it.
How's that?
We could sing along to it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, there's a little preview of our pregame music for you, for those who like to be on the inside of things, 26 till 1 at 560 WQM. The main man, Anthony Caliendo at Acceptance Capital Mortgage, knows that paying off your credit cards, lowering your debt, cutting those mortgage payments, pulling out cash, investing in real estate, all of these things are at the top of your list. Now, Florida is one of the hottest real estate markets in the entire country, so just keep in mind it doesn't make sense to keep all that equity tied up in your house or pay those outrageously high interest rates. The main man is partnering with Kids in Distress now, helping abused and neglected children in South Florida for 25 years. This year, his staff is donating a portion of their commission on every closed loan for this worthy cause. With 6 kids of his own, the main man knows how important being a parent is, so call the main man, Anthony Caliendo, toll-free at 1-888-483-LOAN. That's 1-888-483-LOAN. Or go to themainman.com online and fill your application right out on their website. No matter what your situation is, Anthony will find a solution for you and get the deal done that you're looking for. Forget about calling anybody else in the mortgage business. If you wanted to get the best deal and get it done right, call Anthony Caliendo, everybody's main man, at 888-483-LOAN. That's 1-888-483-LOAN.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Waterboard dunk. We like to drown them with the waterboard dunk.
That's what you do when your country is run by a pack of dirty neocon punks. To make them give that information up, then gag and tie them up for a waterboard dunk. Pyramid pile, we rape detainees in a pyramid pile. Nazi torture all American style. Rape detainees in a pyramid pile. Everybody is a terrorist, and so we must persist to rape them in a file. Retarded cowboy and his good Christian cocks have no shame about how they make them talk. Even if they have nothing to say, occupiers always act this way. Rape a little boy until he screams, hey, they're just letting off steam, hillbilly Christian cocks. With all this freedom that we have to spread, they should be happy that we're making them dead. Chop their fingers off and put them in cups, and write it off as college prankster fun. That's the Saudi Pax American way. God bless the USA. Now the insurgents are us.
Chop their fingers off unless they got that purple tip on it, you know? If you got the purple tip, you get an exemption. 21 till 1. We got the pregame show at 12:50. Can you believe this? This is great.
It is great. What's not to
I feel like a reprieve, like we've been let off at death row here. Because when I looked at that radar this morning, man, the whole state was just like one big blob. Grotesque. Thank God the people in Dade County aren't so desperate they have to, make money off a bunch of degenerate gamblers. Especially they still got all that good drug money fueling in from Latin America.
Drug money.
Sean Connery's running the drug money.
Get the 2-8.
Money. 5670560, pound 560. Not like it used to, though, back in the days when they were all running the Omni with suitcases full of cash. Remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Give me 14 VCRs. WQAM, hello.
Is this Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I wanted to talk to you about the propaganda that the Germans are now spewing. I heard this morning on our government-run news station, MSNBC.
You understand the Gestapo keeps track of everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The Germans now are applauding Bush for the war and saying that he was right to go into Iraq because he's creating world peace. And what's ironic is they don't see the Napoleon/Hitler coming their way.
Oh, they see it. Don't you remember when he went there and they were demonstrating by the thousands in the streets? They were throwing rotten bratwurst at him.
Well, this morning, after the whole Italian thing, and the Italians want to pull out now,
right.
I don't know if it's MSNBC propaganda or, you just don't know what the truth is, and it's really scary.
Yeah.
It seems the wind blows Bush's way no matter what.
Well, maybe he made him an offer they can't refuse,
That could be.
Maybe he talked to his friends, the Saudis. They threatened to jack up the price of gas to about $14 a gallon.
Yeah, that's another thing. They voted down, minimum wage, and now they're raising gas 12 cents a gallon.
Well, what do you need the money for when gas is only going to be $3 a gallon? What do you need all that money for?
Yeah, but how are the middle class and the poor going to get to a job, even if they have one?
Hey, screw the poor. That's the motto of these folks. Screw the poor, and it's Robin Hood in reverse. All for the rich and the hell of the poor. And good luck to us. I'll see you at the border, sweetheart. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
you'll need it. Believe me. Thank you, Mr. President, for those low gas prices. Yeah. Wonder where that punk ever disappeared to, huh? Why isn't he calling in and say thanks for those low gas prices? I can't believe Brooke Daniels actually got a couple of votes on that poll. Can you? Brooke Daniels, who was a Randy wannabe, who had waxy buildup, she's got 9 votes. Can you believe that? There's the missing 9 votes. 9. The 9% from the election from back in November. She's got them. I can't tell you where she's got them, but she knows the whole ball of wax. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Question. Are the Indians allowed to have regular slots now, or they have to stay with what they got?
That's an excellent question. I would assume that they're going to take that. Well, they've already filed a thing in court, and I would assume they're going to get the regular slots, too, because whatever the law permits in the state, whatever's permitted by the Constitution, allegedly, they supposedly can get the same thing.
Okay, that's also down in Miami for them then also, right? Or
The
no?
Miccosukis?
Yes.
Now, that's an interesting question. I don't know, because, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pick somebody with a better legal mind than me to know.
Well, I'll be going to Pompano. I live in Palm Beach, so I'll definitely be going to Pompano.
Me too. I'll see you there.
All right, bye.
Thanks. I'm going to have my own bank of machines, by the way. That's what Dick Feinberg tells me now. I don't want to be selfish. I don't want to run more than, $5-10 grand a day when I go there. I'm not there that much anyway, right?
Just enough to wet your beak.
Yeah, that's all. I just want to wet my beak, okay? And Hollywood Greyhound, which supposedly they love me like crazy now because of the fantastic job I did in this back in November and now again here the other day. They should also give me a bank, right?
Right. Hey,
Since I got accused the other day of being a sellout, you know, all these bags of money that are flowing in, they're showing up at my door. Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. Because I sure win at gambling, I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah. I'm not one of those people that goes all the time and then makes up stories about how, you know, some people have an image to maintain. Don't lose too much today, Hank. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, don't do it. Believe you me, especially when you're working for this outfit. You never know with those checks. Oh, and speaking of that, that's why they didn't come in to tell us about the game. Because I'm sure that Clarence and Muff are both feverishly working out to make sure that my check shows up on time tomorrow.
Right, they're writing it now.
Yeah, that's right. They're covering it right now. They're out in the street. They got Miguel out there with, what's her name, Kathleen? What is her name? Catherine? What are you laughing about? I don't know what her name is. What is the new bimbo's name? Is she there? What are you laughing about? Jesus God Almighty! Let me get a little bit of that.
You want
stuff.
to tell him, Josh, or shall I?
What?
Kathleen is Josh's mom.
Kathleen is Josh's mom?
Yes.
Josh Cordes' mom?
The one and only.
And Miguel is doing her?
No, God, no.
What kind of a story? This is worse than that dentist story we had before.
No, it ain't.
Holy moly.
It's much better.
I see. Well, that's what Miguel said. Well, what's your mom doing working there?
What do you mean? She's been here.
She got Josh the job.
Well, did I ever meet her?
I don't think so. Possibly.
No. What kind of a deal is that? It's a family affair now. We're getting the ganze Mishpacha in there. How about your brothers and your dad and everybody else? The dog? Maybe the dog could be like, our mascot.
Coming soon.
Yeah, your pit bull could be our mascot. Oh, yeah, yesterday he tells me he's got a dog, and then he tells me he had a pit bull.
Is there a problem with that?
No, yeah, I thought you said you had a dog.
Well, I mean,
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, this is Robin Williams, 909. Regis.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Pally.
Yes, Pally, what's up?
Listen, I want to be honest with you. I'm a criminal.
Be honest, please.
I'm a criminal. I'm part of the criminal element that you hear so much about. In fact, I'm a member of the criminal element union down here.
Good.
Now, we've been waiting for this to come to pass. Notwithstanding the Indian casinos with 25,000 people a weekend and lines back to 595. We've been waiting in the shadows for the one-armed bandits so that we could finally have something to do. God bless Broward County.
That's right. Now that we finally got that thing passed in Broward, all the criminals are going to come out of the dark shadows, out of the woodwork, and ply their trade. All those drug peddlers, all of those rapists, all those evildoers. I mean, how much? Well, of course, keep in mind that a lot of these people are the same people who vote for anybody with the last name Bush. So when it comes to stupid, I mean, it's like a redundant thing, you know? Stupid be us. Anyway, I lied about playing that theme song.
Yeah, I figured. You lied.
Well, no, I'm not going to play, what was it? Bonanza?
Yeah, don't play
All
Bonanza.
those people are dead. Lauren Green, dead. Dan Blocker, dead. Michael Landon, dead. Who was the other one?
Pernell Roberts.
Pernell Roberts, dead.
Is he?
Yeah, I
guess
think.
so.
And what about Hop Sing?
I thought it was Bok Choy.
I think they used to squeeze him to make Hop Sing. But anyway, I thought I'd play something that you like. Huh? A lot. I don't want to play it too early because then it'll run out before the damn pregame show, and that would be really bad. Okay, so anyway, here's the deal. We got the Red Sox and Marlins, hopefully from Jupiter. At the very least, we got the pregame coming up so we can get out of here, thank God. Mad Dog after the ball game. Hurricane Hotline at Hollywood Greyhound. 7 to 8 is the Frank Haith Hour. Keep the Haith. And with Josie and Josh Darrow with Clarence, make-believe program director. You got the Beast at Hollywood Greyhound at 9. Eddie K at 10 tonight. See, it's your favorite.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. You love it. We love the Marlins, baby. We love Broward. And Dade County, forget
I don't
about
believe it.
You don't believe what?
The song.
It's great. He's still alive, William Catt.
I don't believe it.
Della Street's kid. Remember Della Street from Perry Mason?
Yes, I do.
We've talked about this 80 million times. William Catt is her son. What was her name that played Della Street?
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't care.
Broker.
That's it.
Absolutely.